I mostly work with the kinky polyamorous adult communities of Toronto. I
Spicy.
do. Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. But I still teach in schools and I'll sometimes teach camps. But
That one time at band camp?
I can teach you how to safely shove a flute up your pussy if you'd like. But I don't think you got a pussy, so we
That
gotta.
was just
You were just
saying.
wondering.
You
Okay,
gotta be careful
got
what
it.
you're asking for, cause you know what I'm saying.
Are we starting now?
This guy just
It
opened
doesn't
Pandora's
have-
box with that question.
You say it doesn't have a flared base, so you can't put it up your ass.
And we're back. Your boy X, RIPMX, and everything social.
Castro Nero 88 on Instagram.
Money Mitch 54X Mitch on Instagram.
And today we got a special guest in the house. We're here with a certified sexual health educator and coach. Introducing Ray. Ray, introduce yourself to people then.
Hi, Wife Bay Ray on Instagram, if that's how we're doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Ray. I'm a sex educator and a coach. I mostly work with the kinky polyamorous adult communities of Toronto. I
Spicy.
do. Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. But I still teach in schools and I'll sometimes teach camps. But you know how it goes. When they start paying you to do adult workshops, you end up doing more adult workshops and then the cycle continues. So I do.
That one time at band camp?
I can teach you how to safely shove a flute up your pussy if you'd like. But I don't think you got a pussy, so we
That
gotta.
was just
You were just
saying.
wondering.
You gotta
Okay,
be
got
careful what
it.
you're asking for, cause you know what I'm saying.
Are we starting now?
This guy just
It
opened
doesn't
Pandora's
have-
box with that question.
You say it doesn't have a flared base, so you can't put it up your ass. So
crazy.
these are the kinds of things that I educate all kinds of people on.
This guy's
You know,
You weren't ready for that.
how much of my intro do I give?
I mean, you feel introduced?
Yeah,
All right,
Great.
that's valid. That's valid.
they'll get to know me as we talk for the hour.
I feel like progression is necessary. I feel like it'll happen. Oh man, where do we even start off? Where do we start off? You know what? Off the rip, like not even the whole life story, but how does one become a certified sex educator? Like, where do you get certified in this? I genuinely don't. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
Or
that.
even like, what is a sex
So-
educator?
Okay, so what is a sex educator? We teach people about think about like the curriculum you'd get in school.
Fully alive.
All of that. So consent and boundaries, sexually transmitted infections. That's one of my favorite topics to teach on. Anatomy. So when I teach anatomy to kids, it's like, this is a vulva, this is a penis, homologous organs. When I teach adults, it's like, this is the clitoris. This is what it looks like on the outside. This is what it looks like on the inside. This is why the G-spot isn't really real. And we call it the CUV now. Like all of those different kinds of like weird minutia details that only adults would care about if they're actually getting laid. So things like that. LGBTQ inclusion, like what does LGBT even mean? Why do we care about it? Things like that. I'm trying to, periods, menstruation. I like teaching about erections and ejaculation. That's like really fun to do. Just the science behind it.
All right.
Let me talk about dicks all day and I'm your girl. That's like what we do. But in an adult context, I mean, every sex educator sort of has their own niche. I'm doing a lot more like, okay, you're actually having sex. What do you need to know? So it's your first time at a sex party. How do you fit in? How do you find people to hang out with? What are the expectations and rules? How do we talk about consent in a way that's not weird or awkward or like a false description of how people actually have sex and talk about sex? And kink education could be everything from like Kink 101, what is it, what are the frameworks, to how do people find kink to be very healing of their trauma, like deep diving into the science behind it. So I do all of that.
Let me pause you right there.
Yeah, sorry.
Let me pause you right there.
Because I know you also said like, how do you get certified?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, I don't care about that anymore. Yeah.
No, we're good. We're gonna.
Okay.
I circle back to everything. We're gonna go back to
Yeah.
the certification and
Okay.
everything. But we're gonna break down. We're gonna unpack some things. First off, what is kink play for those who don't know?
So kink by definition is anything outside the norm, which is why it's really hard to define because in the 1950s, blowjobs
No, I
were
just have an
considered.
issue with my earpiece. That's what
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
In the 1950s, blowjobs were considered kinky because that was outside the norm.
Okay.
And now it's standard. I
Okay.
would say like anal is the new frontier of is it kinky, is it not? Because for some people, anal is pretty like everyone does anal. And you meet people who are like, anal's weird. Only perverts do anal. So that would be one thing. But a lot of things that make something kink I like to divide it like certain sensations that you do with the body combined with a power dynamic. So some people who are kinky and they're just doing like wax. Some people are kinky and they're not doing anything that's like outside the norm sexually, but like you're calling each other daddy or baby girl. And like there's a power dynamic inherent in the way that you're communicating and interacting. So that can also be kinky.
Okay, I didn't see.
It's
I
like subjective. Kink is like subjective.
so
Kink,
then
it
yes.
can
It's
be.
kind of, it sounds pretty broad, but I guess to summarize it, just things that you may believe are out of the norm for most people, but you like to do them when it's that time.
So sexual
Yeah.
niches per se.
For some people, they will do kink
Niche
without.
might be a good word, yeah.
This is where it gets complicated, and this is why it's hard to educate on in like a 30-second Instagram reel. But some people do kink without sex. Some people are
Explain.
doing. Okay, I'll take a really common one. Have you heard of shibari?
No.
The
No.
Japanese art of rope bondage. So like some people are kinky, they want to tie you up and then you fuck and then you untie them and it's done, right? That's pretty kinky, that's fun. Some
Sounds
people
kinky.
are like, I want to learn the art of Japanese rope bondage, which is like intricately, beautifully tied knots. And some people are like, I want to do this and I want to be tied up and feel like the rope sliding smoothly across my skin and I want to feel restrained. And they'll be in their leggings and they do this whole thing where they're being tied up in rope and then you untie them and you're done.
So that's not a
Without
sexual
the sex.
experience, but it's still like. Oh, that's
For some
that
people-
sounds
I
a little
guess-
Get around,
bondage.
like, they get
my
around
word-
with
Yeah,
off
they
brain
like
is coming
being
bond.
bound.
Yeah,
That part of it is like, I guess, getting them off mentally or some shit, you
right?
know?
Because
Yeah.
like, okay, so like my understanding of kink would probably come from like back in the day when Madam were watching like the channel like the Showcase special, right? I think they used to have a show called Kink on Showcase late on like Friday night. You know what I mean? And like it was literally, I'm pretty sure it was just like the BDSM and kind of the more extreme, like when I thought kink, I'm thinking leather. And I'm
Yeah,
thinking
leather,
whips and
latex,
shit.
all of that.
Dominatrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking when I
Yeah.
think kink. I'm not over here thinking like, oh,
Like Catwoman.
That's also part of it. So
All
like
right.
there's also like this is why it is a very broad topic and there's the people who are like deep in the lifestyle and
Always a
they're like
lifestyle.
yeah like
right.
there's always a lifestyle.
Word.
Come on. And
Word.
yeah, people who are like deep into it would be like, okay, well this is the only way that's kinky and I think that there's like a spectrum of
There's a kink
people who are
spec.
kinky. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's the people who just like once again, they're like fucking and they just want to tie someone up a little bit and play with that and like you're using bed sheets or like whatever you have around the house. And then there's the people who are deep into it who are going to like public kink parties where you go to specific furniture and you get dressed up in your outfits and you want to use your implements and you want to do them in a public setting. And
Word.
there are people who are doing that as well.
Are there
Okay.
places like that in Toronto that exist?
Absolutely. Let me know if you want the list.
I just asked.
You keep asking questions
I
and
know.
getting
Yo,
answers.
fam, I'm just asking.
He's getting more
general
answers than he's
questions.
ready for.
She's just answered.
That's
Yo,
cool. Like,
So then on the opposite side of the
That's
spectrum,
cool.
on the opposite side of the spectrum, just so we know and we understand terminology here, what is vanilla sex? Because I've also seen that a vanilla play be termed
know what?
online.
I really hate how vague and broad these terms are because everyone uses them, but they mean different things. So like my definition of vanilla would be like penis and vagina, like anything where it's like penetrative, the standard things when you think of like running the bases. Like when you're in high
Okay.
school and you're like learning about like first base, second base, and then you realize that that's just sex. So like, vanilla would be like kissing, hand stuff, mouth stuff,
stuff, mouth
penetration. But then again, pegging is kind of kinky and pegging is penetration. So
We didn't bring tools into the mix. We said vanilla.
yeah, but what about a lesbian? Like lesbian sex would still be vanilla for them and they got to bring the tools into the mix. Maybe,
Yeah, my brain was
Damn.
Man,
I guess,
defensive. Like,
yeah, my understanding of vanilla would be like just basic sex, like damn near for just reproduction. Like we're not even doing too much exciting things.
would classify
Maybe
it
just
as
missionary the whole time. The lights are off, the covers are on, like
I would
stuff
put-
like that.
like the
I would
movie
put-
scenes.
If you
Yeah.
start
Softcore.
backing out equipment, you know
Latin
what I
lover.
mean? Like I don't
would
think
put,
it's
like-
vanilla no more.
I would put doggy style into vanilla sex. Like that's pretty standard.
Bacchus? Sorry, yes.
It maybe depending on how you're dealing with it. Like,
Depending on what's playing in the back.
yeah, depending on what's happening,
But I guess
like
you can see why this would get really complicated defining
Yeah.
vanilla versus kinky because one person's vanilla is another person's kinky.
Well, yeah. See, I
Yeah.
immediately picked up on that when you said that some anal sex would be considered kinky and some is not. In my just the way I perceive the world thus far, I didn't think anal sex was considered kinky, but it is a little more taboo than the regular.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
trying
it's
to say?
like normal shit.
I think I damn near think in today's day and
Pretty
age, it
normal. Might
almost
be
it's pretty normal still.
Might be pretty
I have
normal.
met people who would not consider it normal or standard.
No,
and,
I'm
like,
sure by all means,
Yeah.
that's the exit shoot.
like
But,
I don't think everybody's doing that.
no, for sure.
That's what
but
I mean by the norm.
What I'm saying though,
But
of
not
norm-
everybody's doing penis and vagina sex. So the stuff that lesbians have to do where they pull out the tools.
Well, I'm like,
And that's what I mean by,
thinking
like-
from like a heterosexual
Lens.
lens, right?
Yeah.
So I can't really consider what they're doing because I have no idea what like the other parties of sexuality are doing,
Yeah.
But in terms of like a man and woman dynamic, I would look at just like missionary stuff like that, and you're not doing anything extra. Like I would consider that like vanilla. But
So
then
like
you start
when
foreplay
you
kinky?
turn the lights on, that's your version of getting kinky.
I meant like in a general
Yeah.
sense, not for my opinion. No, the lights on is not kinky. That's
Okay.
Ray, lights can be on. I don't care.
Okay.
Like I don't have to turn the lights off. You know?
foreplay
Yeah,
is
so I
considered
would say,
kinky?
so I would say, honestly, I would just consider foreplay like sex, and I'm happy to talk about my opinions on that later. But
Yeah,
I feel like
we're-
there's like
it's-
two
it's
things
fine,
that
yeah.
I wanted to say before that,
Go ahead.
and I got an agenda now going in my head of like I want to say this. I want to say
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so one, I think the issue with how we define sex today is very much rooted in heterosexual interactions, and that kind of it makes sex harder for everyone when you only think about sex as missionary in the dark, penis going into a vagina. Because if you think about sex more expansively, about all the things that create an orgasm, you actually then end up being more focused on pleasure. So, for example, 80% of people with a clitoris can only orgasm when their clitoris is being touched. So if you're only defining sex as like, penetration, then you're basically saying, okay, well, the thing that you need to orgasm that is still reduced, like you are still having a sexual fluid, like gush coming out of you, like that doesn't count as sex. The things that we're doing when you orgasm to your female partner, that's not sex. Only the things that would make me come are sex. So that's why when you say like, okay, well, what about foreplay? I'm like, I just consider all foreplay like sex because it's a little bit more inclusive of like everyone's bodies and the other half of the experience in the bedroom. But
Word.
I can understand if that's too much for right now. So
No,
that's
you're
one thing I
good.
wanna
No.
say, yeah.
It's just like, what was your question initially? You lost it, eh?
Yo, a
Don't
lot
worry,
of
I
stuff
see- I see
happened.
you
A lot
got-
of
no,
stuff happened.
It's all good.
Yeah.
That's why I was just trying to wrap it back around, but I understand what you're saying
Yeah,
in
so
terms
you were
of
talking
like
about like you can only talk
the
about like
umbrella.
the straight experience.
Oh yeah, because you were asking me. We're describing what we consider vanilla, right? So I was
Yeah.
giving my description, and I was
Right,
saying
right.
it doesn't include the other sexualities because I don't participate in that. I don't know much about that. So when I was thinking generally, I'm thinking for like the majority of people, and most people are heterosexual.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in that sense.
I think sometimes it's also frustrating because of that. Like, yeah, first of all, most people would have that definition of vanilla. So I'm not gonna say no, absolutely not. Like I think that how you feel about it is how most people feel about
Yeah.
it. And that's kind of the issue. And this is why like all people who are queer get labeled deviant perverts when they're just like regular people having their version of vanilla sex. Because if we're defining like regular vanilla sex as like the straight way to have sex,
So,
like queer people get labeled as
But if
outside.
we're gonna create a general term, I think most times you have to speak for most people, and because most people aren't homosexual, that's why that subjective definition that we all maybe like can agree with is rooted in heterosexuality because that's most people's experience.
I would say most people think they're heterosexual because of how we've been socialized and how entertaining a queer thought is usually frowned upon for a lot of social reasons. We don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but if that's
I mean, if you go, you got bars, you got bars. I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm
no, I was
waiting.
gonna say I think people
Never
are
gonna
like a little
change.
bit gayer than they're willing to admit, but there's a lot of things that we do that punish people for expressing anything. Like
So no, so
Do you
here-
have an
okay,
example for this?
yeah, have you ever said no homo when doing something perfectly straight?
we're in the black community. You have to protect yourself.
Yeah,
at all
that-
times.
that's
It's fucked up.
Exactly
Yo,
right,
but
but
that-
But
that's
that's not really
that's
tied
not
to my
toxic.
actual
That's not
sexual
toxic,
desires.
yeah.
That's just like a social like
It's funny,
little
but-
almost game like we
Yeah.
like to crack jokes on each other, and that's one of the ongoing jokes. So when you're saying no homo, you're just participating in a like a comical situation.
And then
It's not really
yeah.
a declaration of your sexuality though.
Right, but what if you were homo? Would you still say no homo?
You probably wouldn't be chilling with us and playing that game, to be honest with you.
That's true.
Well,
I don't know what game you're playing. I want to know what game you're playing with the
game
homies,
where we
the-
like make fun of you for being gay. You probably wouldn't play that game if you were gay.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by like if
Yeah.
someone. But this is what I mean about how if you're raised in a cultural expectation where that's actually the norm, like it is.
Yeah.
that is the cultural norm. If you're like 10% bisexual, you've entertained a thought about the same gender even once, or like maybe you jerked off to one porn by accident, but you liked it.
How could that be an accident?
by accident? That's what I mean, right?
Accidents don't
It's
happen
not
like
going to be
that.
something that you ever admit to or publicly allow yourself to potentially feel. A lot of people will.
Well,
like,
then that person I think would be gay. Whether they
Or-
admit
or
to it or
fighting
not,
some demons.
Or
if we're looking
bi.
at like the truth, like put it
I
up
would
to a
say-
polygraph test, like
I would
this
say,
guy may.
I would say everyone's. I think more people are a little bit bisexual, but don't necessarily allow themselves to feel that because of the cultural expectations that then come with if you were to admit you're bisexual
don't
versus
think
wanting
so.
to
Like
fit
they're
into a
closeted,
community.
basically.
I would fundamentally
Yeah.
disagree because
I think there's some closeted
no,
people
I'm not
out
gonna
there.
say I don't think most people.
No, not most.
I
didn't agree to that.
just generally disagree with the term with most people because especially with the movement and progressiveness over here, it's mostly in the West. across the globe, far and wide, it's not like this. And so if I'm going to categorize most, I'm going to look at the whole picture and be like, why is it so different just here? You know what I'm saying?
And also, even here, it's a very small percentage of people that identify as being gay. And then even if we gave that, there's probably a few other people that haven't admitted it, but they have these thoughts and these feelings within them. I still think they represent a fairly small number of the overall population. So I don't know if I would agree with most.
Can we agree that most people are probably kinkier than they would ever admit to in public?
Oh, that's for sure.
I'll agree to that.
People
I
are
think,
freaky
people are,
for
I
sure.
think people are freakier than they'd ever admit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
Before we get sidetracked. Oh, let me just tie up this loop. Where does one go to become a certified sexual health therapist? That was the
So-
first thing I asked. Let me just tie it up before I progress.
Yeah.
In Canada, you don't need to be certified.
Okay.
I went through Options for Sexual Health, which is the biggest Planned Parenthood affiliate in Canada.
Okay.
There are other places. There's like other organizations that will offer certification programs.
Right.
And typically they're offering certain educational credits that you could then apply to the American Association of Sexual Health Educators and Therapists,
Right.
ASECT. And like other people in the States go through ASECT in terms of earning their certification.
Got you.
But anyone in Canada can say they're a sexual health educator. You don't need to be certified. I just
Gotcha.
wanted to go, and the program that I did is specifically how do you teach sex ed? How do you teach to a room of multiple different values and cultures? Like how do you adapt to that?
inclusivity.
Yeah, like I can't walk into a room and assume that everyone has the exact same values and opinions as I do. So how
Valid.
do you teach to that? And then how do you hold true to the things that are important and part of the curriculum, even if they make other people uncomfortable?
Valid. Perfect. Moving forward.
I have another question though.
Go ahead.
Who are your main clients? Like
For coaching or for sex ed?
both?
Coaching, I work primarily within the polyamorous community. So my clients are people who are in open relationships or polyamorous who are looking to feel like they're in control of their jealousy or feel more trusting and connected with their multiple partners. So that's one.
Could you define polyamorous
Yes.
for us on audience?
Polyamory is, some people use it as an umbrella term. Some people mean specifically you're in multiple committed romantic and sexual relationships and or sexual. So like consensual non-monogamy and ethical non-monogamy, like polyamory falls under that. Swinging and open relationships fall under that. Polyamory now specifically refers to you are in love with and maintaining multiple romantic relationships with multiple people.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
So that's that. And then every once in a while, I get some kinky clients who are like, we're actually monogamous. We just want to like express our kink more and we want more kink in our everyday life. And we're just struggling to figure out how to integrate it. And then I work with them on like, how do you slowly integrate small or big
Gestures
in
of
your life.
sexualness. Got you.
That's the coaching clients. Yeah.
Got you.
Okay.
When it comes to the polyamorous couples or thruplets that come and link up with you, would you say they're mostly like what's the combo? Would it be 2 male, 1 female, or 2 female, 1 male? Like what's the most common?
I usually see a lot of male-female pairs, but that's also like who's coming to me and where I'm situated in the community. I know other people who only see like queer polyamorous relationships.
No.
so-
When I say male, female,
So
I mean
I'm
like
seeing-
how many?
So, oh man, it depends. So like I'll be with like people where it's just like 2 of them, but they're in the middle of opening up and just swinging. So they're like working on it and they're gonna just be fucking randos.
Word.
And so I can't really count how many other randos.
Yeah.
are with.
I don't know. I'm thinking people come to you like, this is the crew.
The biggest, yeah, okay.
The whole
we
squad
wanna
is
do.
here.
The biggest crew that I did was 4, but they had extra partners that I wasn't seeing.
That's a gang.
So
And they
these
weren't all
4
dating
people
each other,
were
so it was
in
like-
a relationship.
So there was 2 people. Each of them had a different separate partner who were coming. So I did like the 2 and then they had a third. She had a third and he had another third. And then over time, her third started dating him as well. And that would be like and it was sort of like a little
It's
bit
like
more
they
reciprocal.
they had separate
Like,
DLCs,
wait.
but
Yeah.
they did a cooperative missions together.
Yeah.
Shall I draw it out?
I mean, visually,
You know what? Yeah. There's
it up.
people watching.
There's people watching. I just took it in like if we're playing
We're
video
doing
games.
that, eh?
And I gathered what was going on,
Like that?
but there's
Yeah.
people watching.
And then over time, it kind of became like a this.
Oh,
All
so
right.
4 got left.
Now, in the majority,
Four had
his own
yeah.
thing, eh?
Like this
Yeah.
could go on forever.
Oh, that's
yeah, 4 is just like a side feature.
Four, I would say they definitely had a lot of fun together. They didn't like they lived together. They didn't. Then they did. This person had other people and never wanted to live with anyone else ever again. They were like, nah, I'm never tying myself to another human being ever again. I like to travel. I don't ever want to feel restrained by someone else's expectations. I'm going to have multiple people who care and like we care for each other. But like, so they
I just wanted to add on to his question though, like to your knowledge, right? Because obviously you're not going to meet every one of these extra people.
Yeah.
Were the majority of the dynamics where it was one man and multiple women, or was it open on both sides, or
men
was
wish.
it maybe?
Okay, yeah, no. Okay, so I would say typically the people who are coming to me, at least one of the people is bisexual, at least. So once again, maybe my data set is skewed, but at least one person was bisexual, and sometimes it comes out of wanting to explore that, and then it becomes a little bit more open. I can't remember. I would have to like go through my client list and like count, and I don't
Roughly
really.
out of the I think what he's asking basically is like, of the heterosexual people that come to you, is usually the woman bisexual or the man bisexual?
Oh, both. Yeah, depending on the situation.
So like
It's just a lot of stuff going on over there.
Yeah. But the other thing I would say is there's this like misconception. Like this is actually really interesting. There's been a few different studies that if you aggregate them, find that men in heterosexual relationships are like straight presenting relationships, because we never know. Men are usually the ones asking for it, but women actually get bored with monogamy sooner. And there's a lot of jokes in the non-monogamy community about the guy who wants to open up to get laid and then realizes that like no one wants to fuck men, and then their girl ends up like finding all these people having a great time and then refuses to close the relationship back up because she's having such a good time.
That's
and
when
he's
the
not.
relationship's over.
she's gone.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's
And
not
then the guys are always like, I'm gonna be swimming in pussy, and it's like, were you swimming in pussy when you were single? Because if you weren't then, you certainly won't be now that you have a girlfriend.
So
in
when
your
you-
I
life.
think they're so fixated on the opportunity to get something new. They're not thinking about the reality of getting something new and realize like, bro, you weren't even that guy before you got with her. So
yeah.
So
it's
when
not
you're
gonna
dealing
work.
with like all of these groups of people, like, do you talk to them about like safe sex, or are they just all just doing it raw dog over there?
So safer sex definitely comes up as a topic, but some people choose to use condoms, some people don't. I don't police it. Even at sex clubs, they don't police it. They just like leave out condoms because we're adults. So
Genital
like,
jamboree.
yeah, like you get to choose what you do with your body. I definitely give a lot of information on like current information about STIs in a way that's like, if you're an adult and you're having casual sex, you will encounter someone with an STI. And it might be something like herpes or HPV because they're very common. And most people in the world, like 80% of the population under 50 has herpes, but most of that population doesn't even know it. So you are and have and will encounter people with an STI. And guess what? You live to tell the tale. So it's kind of like coming at it with a realistic perspective. So a lot of people are very good with using condoms, talking about getting tested for STIs. You're looking up the stat now, aren't you?
No.
I'm kidding. People are really good about, like in these communities, very open about talking about STIs, talking about getting tested, using condoms, choosing, like having active conversations if they're going to choose not to use a condom, and like no one's offended if you don't. And that's just very normalized. So I can't tell you who is or is not raw dogging it, but I will say people are a lot more used to talking about condoms and STIs than like probably people who don't have as much casual sex as this
I'm
community.
about to say, if you're outside and you're being casual with your genitals and you're freestyling, you should probably wear your boots. Just for good
Wear your
measure.
boots, man.
Just for good measure. Yeah. That being said, what are your thoughts on pornography? Is it harmful or beneficial to couples?
I think that it can be harmful if someone is using it in a way that's harming themselves, but porn is great.
So,
I mean,
okay,
there's
so
like-
overarching.
Can't be dealing with yourself too
yeah.
much.
I'm like, oh my God. Like,
So on the
that's, what a
overarching
yes or
premises,
no. Black
on
or
the
white.
overarching
Don't lock me
premises,
in.
simplify it.
'Kay.
Overarching, porn is a concept. Wow,
Love
pornography.
Porn is great. Yeah, especially if we think about porn really broadly. Like porn isn't just what you're thinking about on Pornhub. Porn can also be erotica. It can be audio erotica.
erotica.
Sorry? Let's
We
talk
haven't-
about Harry Potter fan fiction, right? Like there's some really
Wait,
great
what?
shit
I
up there
never
on the
even
internet.
watched Harry Potter.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's fine. I
James,
mean,
you
we
know
don't
about
talk about. Okay,
I
fine.
didn't
Maybe
even know
not.
Harry
We'll-
Potter got freaky like that, bro.
Yeah,
No,
let's talk about
go
the
ahead,
Omegaverse.
go ahead.
Okay, so a lot of people, when they think of porn, they're being very narrow-minded about what they're thinking of porn. But porn has existed since humans have existed. Like we have cave paintings that are porn. People, every time there's been
seen
new
those.
technology that's invented,
I've seen those
Yeah.
with the Egyptians. I've seen those.
every time there's a new piece of technology invented, the first thing we do with it is make
Make
porn.
it fuck?
Yeah, is we fuck. Like the camera's invented. First thing people are doing is making
Oh,
porn.
let's fuck on it.
Right? Yeah, exactly. The car is invented. People are like,
Let's
oh, we
fuck
can
it.
finally get away from our parents' house and go fuck in a car. So there's lots of things that are just human nature, and porn is one of them. So I'm not going to be like porn's bad for a relationship, but I think we need to first of all, define what you mean by porn. Do you just mean Pornhub, or are we also including?
I meant porn as a concept. You can go down the his, you play, but I'm just talking about the overall exposure of pornography as a whole.
I think that
right?
porn, if you are expecting your partner to look and behave and be like what you're seeing on Pornhub, then that can be damaging because that's like saying, how come when my car battery dies, it doesn't explode like in a movie, right? Like there's movies that we watch and then there's real life and we know the difference.
You got the homemade section.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And I honestly, I would say amateur is probably healthier for your brain than some of the stuff that's like the quick clips for sale, just because it's real people. And there's a lot of like ethical porn sites that are doing that, like Make Love Not Porn. It's real people just like being like, I want to
What's the biggest difference between porn and real life sex?
The body parts, the amount of fluids, the amount of orgasms per capita. I don't know. Like not per capita, but
what's
I would
your question
say
specifically?
Porn is nasty.
Because she said that like if you're expecting your sex to be like the porn, that's like expecting your car battery to blow up like in the movies. Because obviously in the movie that's an exaggerated situation. So I'm trying to figure out
the question differently.
Can you like explain what the
okay.
I think porn sex versus real life sex. That would be
what did I say?
You just said porn versus sex, and I was like,
I said real sex, like real life sex.
I picked up what you
I told you I picked it up late. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So I would say body parts are one of them. A lot of people expect that the bodies that they're seeing in porn are the bodies they're going to get. Like there's a lot of surgeries.
Expectations. Eh?
Yeah, there's a lot of surgeries. There's a lot of like massive dicks, right? Like massive dicks that go and go and go, and people don't realize they're all on Viagra, right? Like all these guys are popping pills to last that long. They're like cutting to the cum shot for a reason. So that's one. I have heard stories of young men expecting their partner's labia or breasts to look like the surgically altered labia and breasts that they're seeing in porn. So that's one thing that I would say is different, like the bodies, but also they cut out the communication, the laughing, the fucking up, the you pull out of someone's ass and they fart, like all of that kind of stuff. Like that gets cut.
I wouldn't expect that example. But carry on.
Like I'm saying, like you know when you like things get real wet and you push in and there's that queef sound. You know what I mean? Like they're editing that. They're editing that out in the sound. So like there's that. There's the part if someone goes, ooh, that actually doesn't feel good. I'm uncomfortable. Can we switch? They cut that out. They just cut scene to the next scene. Right.
Okay.
So like any actual like people using their words to actually communicate about the act of sex, that's gone.
Okay. So like they're only showing enjoyment.
It's just performance.
They're showing the highlights, the best moments of it.
Porn is a performance,
Yeah.
realistically, right? Like it's all orchestrated, it's all scripted, it's all very like, okay, you got to get this part, this scene, this like this the angle, this is how it's supposed to work. Oh, you came right? Well, nigga, you got to get the fluffer, you got to go do.
I even heard this. I seen some like OnlyFans girl on Instagram like a couple of days ago, and she said like guys are like shooting some kind of like thing into their wood that makes it just keep going.
So you know what I seen?
It's like super
That
Viagra.
sounds like a lot of fucking work.
There's
dangerous now.
So apparently, I seen this on another podcast. I'm not sure what it was. It was some porn star. I think like Lena Paul or some shit. I forget. I don't know. And some old lady. They were talking about something. But apparently, there's something for men. There's a surgery for men where they actually put like an inflatable device in your wood, and then basically when it's go time, like there's something you can push. Like I guess the button they install would be like right in like your gooch area, and you can inflate like your wood through like this button near your gooch.
So I have heard about that for two things, and I don't know. So I have heard about this, but this is not me like speaking as I'm looking at. I'm not speaking as an educator. This is shit I heard about on the internet. Okay, I've heard about people who do that for like trans surgery, like a trans man who didn't have a penis and now has a penis. Like they do that to be able to get hard. And I've also heard about that for people with erectile dysfunction who like are in wheelchairs or like want to be able to still pleasure their partner and get hard but can't on their own. I've heard about it for those two purposes.
So I'm saying
again, you know you're back in the game.
I haven't heard about it being used for porn.
You're there walking like everybody else. Like I don't know. I feel like you're taking it too far. You got a mechanical arm in your wood, bro. It's too much, bro.
Fabi's in a wheelchair is the best.
I mean,
no, the wheelchair guy can
if you
understand.
had the option of like, if you could actually body mod yourself and it was like no big deal, like an in and out day surgery, nothing bad. If you could body mod yourself that you click a button and your dick vibrates, would you choose to? No?
I'm not trying to be the bionic wood.
Wait, how about you?
No, I'm
I
not
like how-
doing
I like how she
that.
paused.
No,
Like,
I'm not
don't
doing
lie
that.
to
Like,
your
I'm laughing
viewers.
because
Just
yo,
show up and start
like,
vibrating.
I thought about it. Like,
Wait,
I'm
okay.
not doing that.
What
No,
if you
that's-
could be like a little bit more textured? Like you could like get that vein to pop out in exactly the right spot.
My
you
veins
know?
are
eat
black.
I'm
better
gonna
and
keep
do
it
that.
real.
Like,
I've just never like thought of these things prior to this conversation. So
you'll get
like
back
I
to
don't
me is
think
what
it's
I'm
that.
hearing.
No, I just don't think it's that relevant. I made it this far in life. Like I'm cool with what I got. I'm gonna keep using
pressure
it.
him
You
with
know.
all the questions.
Hey, it is what it is.
That's funny. That's funny. Yo, question. From your understanding as an expert in the field, do married couples have less sex or more sex?
Once again, I think you're asking me all these like yes or no questions.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm
I think
just
it depends
saying,
on the couple.
I'm going on the basis of like, yo, people you've just like
On
encountered.
social
Okay,
media, it's
so-
like a term that like married people have less sex.
Yeah, I was thinking if you can debunk this or not.
You
Yeah.
know, I haven't seen any stats personally,
no
and
worries.
I've also like seen I have like personal experience within my friend group and also like the clients that I've worked with where like for some it does go down and for others it goes up or like they manage to maintain that connection or there are some people who come to me because they are trying to get that and get back to that frequency that they had when they first got together. But I think that for a lot of people it has more to do with stress and burnout than it does with like familiarity.
I have a
But also if you see your partner peeing every single morning and like you know, they're not letting you hold it for them, like the excitement's gone, you know?
So like, how does a
You're on
couple
some shit.
rebuild intimacy when there's trauma and like resent and like all the stuff has entered the bedroom?
Okay, resentment or trauma or resentment from the relationship?
Just
Oh, you weren't ready.
like yo, bro, whatever. Like yo, just
He said just some resentment.
Keep putting this
Okay.
guy in the hot seat with those questions.
If you resent your partner, that's gonna be like you got to go to therapy. Like there's no other option.
break
You're
up.
not. Yeah. I don't know. I think that a lot of people break up really easily, and
we're gonna throw
sometimes
boredom in there too.
boredom is sometimes harder than resentment because resentment tells me that you still care. Like if you resent this person, that tells me that there's deep hurt that needs to be repaired. Same thing. If someone has trauma, if it's trauma from the relationship, then yeah, maybe you need to throw in the towel. Maybe it needs to be done and you need to cut your losses. Or maybe that's a lot of people actually grow together in their relationship by working through conflict.
Okay.
And that conflict, that like developing the skills you need to communicate through that conflict, to heal, to be able to communicate through it and then past it and reconnect, that's what makes the couple stronger. But if you're just like, oh, I feel resentment, so we're done now. Are you growing? Are you changing? Do you actually mean it when you say that you want to grow with this person and grow old with them? Most people's wedding vows are like, I want to grow old with you. Not I want to get old with you. I want to, like, every few years as you grow and change, fall in love with this new version of you over and over again. So, like, I think that the resentment, the trauma can be worked through. If one person's abusive, then no, get out. Right? That person needs to work on themselves regardless of that because they're just going to keep harming that other person during their self-growth. But if this is just like two people trying their best who are hurting each other by accident, you absolutely should try and see what you can do to grow together through that to come past it.
Moving forward, what is one thing that you wish men understood more about women, I guess, when it comes to sex? Personal, it could be doesn't even have to be professional. Just as a human being, you have a pretty in-depth insight into this realm of
Okay.
things.
I think people tend to go
I didn't say people. I said men.
Men. Okay, fine. I will say it. Fine. We get to be fine.
I didn't say people.
How many points can I go through? Okay, men specifically, I think forget once again, and I said this already, that the clitoris is like 80% of women can only orgasm from their clitoris being stimulated.
Right.
So I think a lot of guys forget like that's the main thing for women, and like we can come more than once. So like if she comes at the beginning and then you're fucking, go back to the clitoris when you're done. She can come at the beginning and the end, in the middle,
Never
whatever.
Forget that.
Yeah, right. And so I would add to that saying like also then don't go straight to the clitoris. Like as a man, if I said to you, have you come yet? And I'm just licking your balls, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean have I come yet? You haven't touched my penis once. And there's a lot of guys out there
That'd be funny.
who are like, have you come yet? When they're not going anywhere near the
said
part
heavy.
that gets her to come. And then, yeah, right? But then on top of that, imagine like you finished your work day, you're just like fucking dry. It's been stressful. You just got off of like a bad call with someone, right? And then your girl comes up and starts jerking off your like soft dick and is like, have you come yet? You'd be like, yo, that's that.
So
can you,
I don't even like the Goku grip like that. You
We
see
don't
that?
like the Goku
I don't even
grip.
like that strong grip.
right, but that's what
Yeah,
I
that
mean. Like,
form was crazy. Still, the way
That
you're
was
moving
an
that
angry
forearm,
one.
I'm
You
like,
was-
ooh,
The shake weight.
unhandy.
what can I say? Why do you think girls are working at the gym? You know, all those girls with their grip working on their weights?
Stop.
You know?
Okay, and on the flip side,
yeah.
what is one thing you wish more women understood about men when it comes to sex and sexuality?
That you can't just fucking go for the dick and be like, why aren't you hard yet? Like, I think it's the same thing.
Look, you got him.
Yeah, right? Like,
Yo, cuz you want to express yourself?
She's expressing for the man still. She's expressing for the man still. You asked her, she got it right there.
I feel so. I'm like, I could have been born a man. No, I would say genuinely that a lot of people assume that men are just ready to go at all times because that's what we're told. Men are
Try to tell them this.
Yeah,
Doesn't work
men are.
like that.
I don't know if you've heard the story that like all men are future victimizers who are ready to have sex at any point and are not in control of themselves and they're just always horny. I don't know if you've
That's
heard
so
that
crazy.
story.
That's
Right?
Yeah, they say
crazy.
a lot of bad things
That's
about
crazy.
us online.
That's the thing. But
I've
that's
heard a
not-
few of these tales.
But that's not true.
It is.
Right?
It's not true.
But it's not true.
We have, I'm a person too.
So I think that if we're told all these things like men can't control their horniness and they're always horny and you better watch out or they're gonna rape you. Like, you know, if these are the things you're taught, then what that translates to when it comes to sex is, well, he's always ready to go. So I don't need to put in any effort to seducing him or warming up his body or making him feel good in these other areas. And so
Hitting some warming up his body. You hitting some notes right there.
yeah, like wouldn't it be nice if she came and like rubbed your shoulders first and then rubbed her way down, you know?
This guy's getting a whole therapy session
saying?
right now. You might owe her some change after this, bro.
Wouldn't that be
Holy,
nice?
you
So-
gotta send him an invoice.
Yo, listen, right now we're getting a free class right now. Just trying to enjoy this class.
You're getting a free class.
Yo, you
right
learn some things too.
He's like, now I know that anal is kinky and not vanilla.
I'm just focused on the
So yes, got him. We have feelings too.
Yeah, touch her shoulder.
Grip on shoulder.
Touch her shoulder.
shoulder,
Like, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's like, nah,
Oh,
Okay, but
my-
honest question, okay?
Go ahead.
Real question.
Absolutely.
If she tries, let's say she's going down on you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And she's like licking the balls because everyone wants the balls licked. If she goes for
I'm
the
not gonna lie to you.
gooch,
They don't go for the balls first ever.
Yeah, she's different.
okay, maybe not first. Not
Straight
first,
to the
not
balls,
first.
your
Not
ass.
first.
Come on, go hold on.
They're going down on you.
She's
Okay,
like,
fine.
no, like,
Let me
yo,
go.
bro,
Let me
like-
wait. Do you have a? Let me. They're going down on you, right?
Do what
And
you
they're
gotta
going
do.
like, you're doing the thing, and you're like, you know, you go down here, you're like, oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'm
you're
so
gonna
sorry.
mess up
I'm
the
gonna
mic,
mess up
man.
Gonna mess
I
up-
feel the audience
Do
to
you
get the
have
point though.
So we're gonna. This is not. I was gonna say. So this is.
That's more phallic, Louis.
That's
Let's,
crazy.
This is
Why,
very
you
thick.
bitches?
I'm gonna do my best. So let's say this is a dick, and you're like here, and then you're like down here, and then she's like, you know, at the bottom with the balls, but maybe
crazy.
she's not. Okay, whatever. If she were to then lick your taint, would you freak out?
Like,
No,
what?
The
What
gooch.
did you
Your gooch,
say?
like your
The
gooch.
gooch. The
Oh, you gotta
gooch.
say that
I
word.
don't even like body parts. I don't even like that name. I what, bro? You
No,
say
yeah,
it.
I say-
Sorry.
Oh, gooch?
The perineum. The gooch. If she's like
Okay.
down there licking your balls, and then she licks your gooch,
Yeah.
do you freak out? Are you like she's going for the
I'm
asshole?
like, oh, you're freaky.
I
Yeah?
got that.
Or
She
you're
got
like,
certified.
yeah.
She's certified now. She's certified.
That's not happening.
Or you
That's
gonna be
never
like,
happened
that's
to
right,
me.
lick my ass. Yeah.
I don't, yo, you guys can do this all you want. Big man thing, bro. Nobody's touching that area, bro. That's over with.
No, that's so funny.
You don't go below the
I'm
balls
just-
over here. It is what it is.
Yo, Gucci
And I don't
gang.
got no problem with it. Gucci gang is crazy.
Oh, I mean,
I'm wearing Louis all year. Fuck this.
Too
Gucci
old for
gang.
this now.
right? So go. Yeah. It's not completely overwhelming. Like, yo, we're adults. Things happen. You know what I mean? You felt
Not
Gucci.
to him.
Hey, that never happened to me
he's
though.
vanilla.
To keep
I don't
it
wanna
real.
tell you.
Ah,
You could- hey, I'm cool with that. Vanilla, whatever. That
Whatever
don't
it
really
is.
matter
Okay.
to me.
Stand up,
Okay,
bitch.
follow up question then.
Yeah.
Have you ever been going down on a girl, and then you like go to put a finger in, and then you slip and you almost get the wrong hole first?
Before
Does
we-
she- you know, like you know, it slips and you accidentally touch the butthole. Does she freak out? Have you ever had that happen?
What hole?
What?
Like you know, you're going to finger her. You're like,
Nah. So yo, let me tell you.
Like,
Like,
like-
Man, y'all don't know where you freak
and then
out
like,
over
and then
things.
and
Yeah.
then like it slips.
no, no, no.
And then you
They're
go for
just
the
like
butt.
with whatever most of the time.
First off, I'm not allowed to. I've never had a slipping incident. I actually no. You know what? I've slipped one time, but I was with the buddy, and then yeah, they're in pain after that. You're like, oh, Lee, you know what I'm saying? My bad, my fault. I get it, right? But with your hands, like, fam, you got fine motor
I
skills.
guided myself down
Yeah,
there.
no, it was an accident. It was an accident. You're just you're too much on the recoil. You know
How
what
did
I
I
mean?
skip the front, get to the back? Like,
Yeah, there's too much. But I do notice.
Because your eyes are closed. I don't know.
I've been here before. I've been here before.
I think you
I
can
never
tell
been
by
in-
that one statement that I'm straight. So I'm like, have you ever slipped? And you're like, never.
I've never been in
That's
that
not how it
exact
works.
scenario as you described it, but I've had times where like, yo, things are wet, my hand moved, and like I hit some stuff, and yo, like they don't even mind. Like they're just kind of with whatever.
They're just like- they're like, oh,
oh,
you
we're
tried
doing
something
that now.
different.
That's kind of what it is. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess like that. Okay, you know what? We're at what 45. I like where it's at. Everyone draw for your whiteboards. Do you have any more questions? You want a whiteboard for a minute?
More questions.
Yo,
You get back to the questions after.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
Let's do
we're-
it after.
All right, cool. We're gonna whiteboard a little palette swap.
This shit funny
I
as
picked this
hell.
job so that I could talk about sex for work.
I mean, that's cool.
Passionate.
We talk about sex for work too sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's like that.
All right. Everybody have a whiteboard?
Yep.
I like that, man. That's good stuff. That's
This is
good stuff.
man.
What am I doing with this whiteboard?
So I'm gonna give you the rules, man. But I just want to see everyone being prepared and ready and organized. Everyone's prepared, ready, and organized.
Do it.
All right, cool. So, for this first whiteboard segment, it's called Overrated/Underrated. I'm gonna say a sentence, a word, a scenario, something, and I just need you to write on the board whether or not you believe that to be overrated or underrated, and then I may ask for explanation. Right? I'm gonna present said word, sentence, or whatever I say, phrase, and then we're gonna flip on 3. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a second, maybe try to write it down as fast as you can. Don't overthink. Usually, the most honest answer is the quickest one that comes to your mind. And then we're gonna reveal and go over it together as a collective. It's gonna be real fun, real interactive. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Beautiful. Love.
Can I make it a pun on my name?
I mean, yo, you could do whatever you like. You can even put rated R if you like. X, anything you need.
Rated X. Hey, you're hilarious.
I mean,
That was an accident. Am I?
Are we good,
broken?
James?
Are we good?
Okay, cool. For the first one, guys, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
This first game of Overrated/Underrated. Whipped cream and fruits in the bedroom. Overrated or underrated? Hold on.
Not yet.
Okay.
I got excited.
Oh, the man, we're thinking though. I'm gonna need you guys to reveal in 3, 2, 1. Share your thoughts. Underrated, over it. We have a disparity here, guys. Why do the men find it to be overrated?
It don't matter as long as just mouth. As long as it's wet, like I don't care. Like I'm cool. I don't need all the extra shit.
I mean, yo, it's cool if like yeah, if we're gonna get like a little freaky before freaky, like cool, but like yo, I don't want it's too messy sometimes. You know what I mean?
Why is it
All that,
underrated?
yeah.
Okay, so as someone with like a low key splashing fetish, splashing is when you put food and sex together. I would say like
You splashing?
splashing. The name for when you like to put food
Cool.
with your sex
Didn't
is
know.
called splashing.
Never heard
Yeah,
that word.
We're learning
Can't be
today.
splashing.
I would say underrated because I personally think it's really fun. There's something very erotic to me about like food and eating.
What kind of food?
Oh, I'll do anything. No, I don't know. How much stories do we want? What kind of story are we looking for here?
Yo, like, is
Your
your man allowed
your
to eat-
favorite one.
What would
Okay.
you like them to bring, or what would you bring?
To be honest, like
Just giving them out.
so I used to work. I used to work at Oasis Aqua Lounge, the sex club.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was one time they used to do this event called like
Right, cuz.
they used to do this event called Taste of Oasis where they needed like different people to be like different human food platters. And like one time I got to be like the burger platter, and that was really fun. And then there was just
Hold on. So
All the
these
other girls-
guys,
listen,
hold on,
I was
you
gonna
gotta
say-
slow down for a second.
Yeah.
So they ate a burger off you?
they
Like, what's
literally
going on?
grabbed it. Yeah, because I was like
Throw it on a table like this.
let me put it like this. I was the juiciest, plumpest of the girls who were available. So they're like, she's dinner. And the other girls were like dessert and like appetizers, like dainty things, you know?
Did they just have you covered in a bunch of McDoubles? Like what happened?
Kind of, yeah. It was great. It was like, it was fantastic. So that's one.
It's out here. That's smelling like ground beef.
Yo, that's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking strawberries, whipped cream,
Yeah.
peaches.
Go to
She's
the
like,
leather
nah,
bitches,
bro.
bro.
We're gonna talk
A
about-
number 5.
Go to the
think-
leather girls for that. You know what I mean? It's Big Macs over here.
I think that I listen.
ahead.
I can't tell you what's going on in my brain. All I can say is that when I get to like eat something fun off of you and then eat other parts of you,
There you go.
it's fun. It's connected.
Gangster.
I feel
Never
like
ate.
as long as you had a good time, that's
Gotta
all
eat
that
your-
matters.
gotta eat
There's
your dinner
something
with
like
your groceries.
it's like a tasty.
Shit.
Have you ever tried those flavored lubes?
We'll
I
get-
have not.
Okay, because I don't like them.
You know
I don't
what's
think
crazy?
They
Have
taste
you ever
very
been
good.
It's just not really
Swallowed up.
something on the menu for me.
What?
You never
He's-
heard that
he's-
thing? You ever been swallowed
he's-
up?
No,
That's
no.
the vor fetish thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That's fine. Okay, I was gonna say though, like the flavored loops are kind of like artificial and gross. Like, why do that when you could like eat a fresh strawberry?
Those
off
are the
of
old
some
schoolers.
girls?
Those, the
Drizzle some
flavored
strawberry
condoms. Those
syrup.
are
It
the
feels
old
more-
schoolers.
that sounds more
Not the
natural.
ones
Erase that
they
logic.
put in, like,
Man,
oh, yeah.
everyone,
Yeah,
erase
too
your
sticky though. You
They
have to
got
like
like
the
pumpkin
water-based
spice
ones.
lube in it. Yeah.
erase your boards and
sorry.
prepare for the next question. You guys ready?
What kind of juice? Sorry.
Ooh. Candles, lighting, and music. So basically ambiance. Overrated or underrated when it comes to the art of sex? That look means that nigga doesn't care. I looked at a nigga.
I need a
think-
next marker though. My thing's not
He's running out of
working.
hate.
Holy shit. I'm running out of negativity over here, bro.
Okay. Are you guys ready to reveal in 3, 2, 1? Please reveal your boards. We have underrated, overrated. You know what? Ray, lead us with the underrated.
Okay. A lot of people think about sex as just a thing that you're feeling in your body,
Yes.
forgetting that you need to engage like all of your senses for it to be a good, well-rounded experience. So bit of music, bit of candles. You've got like the scent from the candles,
I agree.
the flickering light, the music to like set the ambiance, especially if you have like a partner with ADHD, like you're going to need to like make sure like all of them is engaged. But I just wrote here, like, be careful of fire hazards, like with candles. But the other thing I want to add is like, if you've got candles lit, you could have some of them being like wax plate candles or like the massage candle.
We'll get there.
Okay, sorry. I'm just saying that
No,
like,
we'll get there.
Yeah,
Was that
okay.
basic
We'll
candles?
get there. Also, FYI, I know a nigga that they burned down their house trying to be too freaky. That's the candle on.
See how that?
Anyways, why do you believe it to be overrated, sir?
I don't need too much, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't really matter to me.
Pull up.
It doesn't even need the lights on.
It's a fact. Like,
Just pull up. Yeah,
bro, I got
already.
the TV running as the backlight. We're blessed. Like, I
Go
don't
to the
need.
crib, it's already dark.
There's no fruits, no nothing, just you got some
Fruits are
malt.
for him.
He wants to just be in and out.
He's
Fruits
crazy.
are for me is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have a feast before we start. That's
You're
crazy.
stupid.
Oh, man.
Okay. You guys ready for the next line of question?
Yeah.
Ooh. Role play. Overrated or underrated?
I feel like you know what I'm gonna write
Hey, man.
at this point.
Hey, guys. I don't know about these guys. I know about him. I don't know about Cuz. Ski mask special over there.
So you know I'm going under.
Holy,
3,
bro.
2, 1. Please reveal your answers to the camera. Underrated, over.
Surprising nobody.
Yeah, you know what? Why is it overrated, bro?
Bro, I've been not caring, fam. I told you that. Like, what
Have you
the
ever tried role play in your life?
Nah, like if she wants to try a thing, she can. But big
Are
man,
you getting
I'm not,
involved?
I'm not acting so I could get some ass, bro. That's not happening.
Can
Like,
I ask a question?
Ask a question.
What's the best role play you've ever done?
Oh.
holy shit.
Drop it.
Yeah, I'm just
He's embarrassed.
like
Say it with your chest, nigga.
no, I put a ski mask on and got like, just
Was it one of the B&E special?
the beanie specials are crazy. Nah, this was just like out the shower special, like just
Out the shower already with a ski mask?
yeah, like it was crazy.
What the fuck?
It's crazy, you guys.
Ski mask all moist and shit. It's damp under there.
But nothing crazy, just that, like, yeah, just that.
So is that considered role play or you just put on a ski mask for safety?
You leave it next to your towel?
Well, what was like the narrative here? Just spell it out for me. What was the story?
What was it? Oh, like, you know what the one's like, oh, I've been a bad girl. Like, you niggas, yo, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. Let me laugh. Go ahead.
Whoa.
Tell your story,
Yeah,
nigga.
you
I'm
just-
laughing.
Yeah, just,
So she was a bad shorty.
yeah, but she was
Cause had to
dressed-
administer some discipline.
She's dressed up too.
What was
What was she dressed as?
She got like the dirty little freaking school uniform on and shit.
So you just all shower, body swanging, ski mask on. She's over there skiing. I've been a naughty girl in her little uniform.
Yeah.
And that's them time there. Eh?
Them
Your
time
anime
there.
special.
Nah, it was a whole drape up situation,
Oh.
but we, you know what I'm saying?
You got grimy over
Yeah, I
there.
got a
Huh?
little drape up.
Holy.
Like, now you're a hostage now, you know what I'm saying?
That means you got a little more physical.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're gonna
yeah,
get
you saw
some
my
new
face just
followers
like,
after
No,
this
I got you. I
episode.
got you. I got you.
Sorry,
You're
try
good.
to keep up. My
No, it's all good. You were expression.
Cuz about to be link in bio, you know.
Buddy is, sorry. Buddy means penis, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Did she not know that the whole time?
No.
No.
Oh, we just been doing that, eh?
Yeah.
I'm
I've
sorry.
just been nodding and smiling.
No,
It's
that's
fine.
perfect.
all good.
So yeah, let me give you a quick.
Contextually, I've been understanding. I've been picking up like.
Yeah, I
There you
said a
go.
couple
The
of things. You know what?
sentences.
We're gonna do the halftime reminder. So right at this point, Buddy is your penis. Boots is your condom.
That one I knew.
Glad.
There you
We're
go.
on point
I
there.
had
What else do we
boots,
have
yeah.
to say? What else do you say? Drapes up.
drape up.
That's when you get a little physical with somebody. Physically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Get a
if-
little rough.
yeah, and
Yeah.
if I notice any other more confusion, I'll acknowledge it as we go. You guys ready for our next line of questioning? Mm-hmm. There we go. I forgot we have a live translator in the back. Well, James is well versed. A year in.
Yeah,
Over a year, 2
you know
years.
what's up.
I showed someone that I was coming on this podcast, and they were like, "Are you the first white girl going on the podcast?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And we were scrolling and scrolling and
she?
scrolling and scrolling.
Yeah,
I think she might. I think you might.
Am I
be.
your first?
Yeah.
I feel like she
Because
might be
even that
still.
other girl that looks like she's white, she's not. She's
Wasn't
like
she Asian?
Arab and like Asian.
It was fried or something. The fried thing?
Yeah. See, I was whatever. Yeah. So like, yeah. She had other things going on. She was ambiguous.
You gotta catch her on a good day.
Okay, cool. Guys, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hand job / fingers. So like hand play. Overrated, underrated. I've heard a lot. There's a lot of like, I've heard debates about this.
Nah, you know what, bro?
Some people like a good eye contact. Oh, all right.
I have to pick one.
You have to pick one. Overrated. You like hands and fingers? Or you don't like hands and fingers?
All right.
Overrated, underrated. I'm gonna need you guys to answer in 3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Hey, look who did it. He's on the
Underrated.
team.
Get the oil. Underrated. Oh, we have you
This
now.
guy's wilding. This guy.
You know what? You won.
Guy had to season up his answer, bro.
Yes. Like you guys are dry palms over there. I
I'm
see.
not gonna lie, bro.
Like you saw how she came in.
I'll keep it real. I appreciate a woman with a good grip. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't even want the grip. You need to slip and slide.
I said good grip. I didn't say Goku grip. It's two different things.
Goku grip is a very aggressive hand job.
I'm assuming it's like Goku from.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
No, yeah,
Oh,
yes.
I almost came in wearing like a big fluffy Dragon Ball Z bathrobe. I was like, I feel like you guys would appreciate that because
mean,
I've never seen
Master
a
Roby.
black guy at the gym who isn't wearing a Goku t-shirt. So
Oh, those are different type of black
Yeah,
guys.
those guys are, those aren't these guys.
Yeah, they're different.
Those are black guys, not niggas. They're different.
Yo, James, I like how you know the difference.
Oh,
Big
these-
up James in the back.
Let me find out them. We're trying to be
for those of us who
Dragon
are
Ball Z
confused, what's the
characters.
difference?
So black guys will wear stuff like that to the gym. Niggas
Okay.
won't, right? Niggas will wear maybe a white. Because what do you wear to the gym?
Yeah, that's funny. I wear like a white
Black
beater,
guys?
like a white beater, like just some.
Black guys, you know
Black
what
guys are
fans?
less stereotypical and
Yes.
will just do like things that are not
might even have a
necessarily typical
bracelet
for
on
the
or
culture.
something.
So he just happens to be black, but he might do things that the Chinese guy or the Indian guy or the white guy over there does.
So black guys watch anime, but the other
Niggas
ones
watch
don't.
anime
No,
too,
niggas
but
watch-
niggas
watch
not
it
relaxed.
too, but there's
We watch
certain
we won't
guys.
dress like anime.
Yeah.
We'll draw
Got
the
it.
line
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah.
'Cause niggas
I'm
watch
so sorry
Baki.
for making assumptions about the people at this table. I apologize.
No, it's all
It's
good.
a fair
safe-
assumption. I can see where you got it from.
You're in a safe
You gotta
space.
know the room you're in, you know.
Yeah. You're with some niggas though.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter.
You still a nigga though.
Yeah, niggerish one. Okay, father. Ooh, period sex. Overrated, underrated.
Right there.
Hey man, some people overrated, underrated. 3, 2, 1. Over. Oh, across the board, we have unanimous agreements.
Yeah.
We can all. Nothing needs to be asked. We can all agree on something.
If you have to put a tarp down, it's a lot of work.
I agree.
I'd rather just wait. You
I'm
know?
saying.
Some people like it because you can't get pregnant supposedly upon that time.
There are lots of other ways to not get pregnant.
I understand.
Right?
I understand.
She knows.
Yes, she does. Watching pornography with your partner, underrated or overrated?
Is that a question? Like
Yeah.
a real question? Has anybody?
I mean, like, yeah, go ahead. We have people that have it.
Can I make some guesses? Has, but will never admit to it publicly. Definitely has. Absolutely has.
No, I actually haven't.
Really?
Yeah.
I have still.
Okay.
It happened.
You admit it? Okay, I was wrong.
No,
Shit
I actually, I
happens.
don't think I
I
ever.
pegged
Yeah.
you wrong. Which
never.
is my favorite sex joke to make. Sorry.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Anyways, yeah, I know. It just hasn't came about. I've made my own, but I've never
Really?
watched my own.
Did you delete it after, or did you like keep it to watch?
Why are you making them if you're not gonna use them later?
I don't know. Some people like the act of being filmed, but they don't want to feel like someone has.
Like,
it
I
for the rest of their life.
podcast, bro. I'm okay with the films, eh?
I'm okay.
I'm on film right now. You
Sign a waiver.
know what I'm saying? Okay. So we all agreed on that.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Ooh, toys in the bedroom.
Wait, no, you didn't ask us to show
We-
you the
you
watching
didn't ask
porn.
us to
Oh,
show
no,
us,
no,
yeah.
my fault.
I
What was the
jumped
question
the gun.
again?
Everyone pornography.
Oh, okay.
With your partner. My fault. You know,
Yeah.
niggas agree when I said we did it.
No, she asked if we did it. We didn't reveal if
my
it was
fault,
overrated
my
or
fault.
underrated.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Reveal, guys. Underrated. Why is it overrated for you, man?
To be honest, I don't really watch porn too tough. That was just like a one-time thing, and like
What kind of porn were you
Caught Mitch
watching?
lacking.
What kind of
Yo.
porn? And who put it on? You or her?
it was literally K. We're on the couch. I'm not gonna give you the whole details, scene.
Like, I still want to
We're
forget
on the
that I have a
couch,
statement, but yeah.
And like it was just like an awkward scenario. I was somewhere I shouldn't have been, And like, yo, my things weren't working. See, like it just, I was in the living room somewhere
Real
at somebody's
niggas.
house, and I shouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? And it's like I just felt kind of uncomfortable. Like, yo, when people come to the living room, it's like it wasn't getting active, and then so like we have to just take a break and just like just chill for a bit, because you can't just keep forcing the issue,
Can't keep-
And then we're flipping the channels on the TV, and then like it was there. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, hold on a minute, like maybe go back, like maybe go back to that channel.
Did it
Like it works. Still, I'm not gonna hold you.
Man, you saw something, saw someone salting something.
Buddy,
Said.
about 5 minutes later, we didn't even need to watch that no more, But yeah.
What were you about to say?
I think that sometimes you want to keep what you watch private. You don't actually want your partner to watch that with you. It's like solo fun time. But pick strategically, watch it together, have a conversation around like your desires, what you're into, what you want to try, what stays as just a fantasy. And now you've got a great way for chatting about what you want to do next time.
Absolutely. You know what's funny though, on some just stereotypical, like, I don't even call it misogynist or nigga shit. Like, yo, let your girl put on a porn of something too aggressive. You're gonna be thinking about her differently the whole rest of the week. Yo, fam, well, what did this bitch put on? Facial what? Yo, fam,
Yo, this is what you like? I'm not even for
that's
you.
crazy.
there's so many
You
niggas.
see 3. Yeah, I was about to say, bro.
Sorry.
On my best day, I'm just one. Like, what the
so
hell?
many niggas is crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
One man can't satisfy her.
Oh, yeah.
Where we at right now? Ooh, this one's safe. It's not even that sexual. Maybe it is. Marriage. Overrated, underrated.
Damn, that's hard to say, bro.
See?
Shit.
You're struggling. This is the first.
I'm married, and this is,
I mean, answer honestly. I mean,
Your life depends on it.
overrated, clearly.
I was going to say, can I have like, there's like ideologically versus like in reality?
I mean, yo, whichever one you feel
Only
safer
yours
being,
matters. Is your
whatever
reality.
one you feel safer
Okay.
being the most honest through.
Okay.
Ideologically overrated. I like that. All right, so we ideologically have a unanimous agreement. Yeah, don't worry, we're not even gonna divulge.
I will
it.
say, in case my husband watches this, I like being married to you. I like our marriage. Thank
Cool
you so
stuff.
much. Ideologically overrated.
Cool stuff, guys. Cool stuff. Ooh, threesomes, overrated or underrated?
I think they're just rateable, fam.
They are rateable.
Yeah, they're just
Oh, sorry.
rateable.
Don't look at my answers. Write down your own answer. Stop cheating.
I got my own brain.
Just trying to copy.
Yes. Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Everyone reveal. Underrated. All right. Doesn't matter what kind of threesome.
It super matters. It super duper matters.
Because the next one is
The next one's not even a threesome.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
know that's
battery.
not a threesome. That's a threesome.
Yeah.
But do we say train or gangbang? What makes the difference
Whatever
between
you're
a train and a
comfortable
gangbang?
with.
I feel like train.
It-
We call it
Call it
what? sorry?
battery, you know?
So
Negative and positive.
you know how there's a negative and positive end to a battery, and
Yeah.
they both that's what.
Oh, you assume you're at either end. Okay, sorry.
Well, that's what a train is, no?
I thought a train was
I
like.
thought battery just battery, fam, but the man who speak pathos will come on like battery.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, maybe I was wrong. I thought running a train was like taking turns on like
nah.
the
Well, like
whole-
you can take turns, but like it's, you know how you ever see how a train is connected?
Yeah.
With pieces.
Okay, no, I get that now. But what if you're doing like double vaginal penetration or like a DP situation?
Double. Whoa,
like
whoa,
like
whoa.
anal and vaginal at the same time.
Oh. She's
That's
getting
two. That's
DP'd?
two.
Yeah, like, no,
I
DP,
would
but
Close
there's
to
also-
the next man.
Sorry, I want to clarify. There's like two dicks in the same hole. or-
Alright, nah.
Nah, because that way the man are rubbing. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
it's crazy.
suspect in
Yeah,
my
that would make you
eyes.
gay.
No, just
A little bit.
It would make you a little
It's a little gay.
suspect.
Yeah.
Still, like,
a little
you
gay.
can't be bros
Yeah,
like
if
can't-
you're-
you can't
if you
rub
guys are
balls.
both fucking a girl,
Doesn't
but
matter.
your bodies are close to each other, that's pretty gay.
No, it's gay when you're rubbing balls with the
See,
next
now I
man.
know what you're trying to do.
I don't even care. No, she's trying to gaslight niggas.
She
She's
can't
trying to
do it.
gaslight. It's gay to rub balls with a man.
Yeah,
What if
why
you-
are we in the same hole?
Why are you rubbing
But
balls?
wait, but what if you say no homo when you're done? This is still gay.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes,
That was a reverse Uno.
she did. No. It's like we did a not gay act, but gay things happen during
Yeah,
the
there's
act.
limitations on that no
Don't
homo.
look at me when I'm
The no homo is only so strong.
Like
Okay,
even
so-
if you put it like this, even if your balls aren't rubbing, like say two man are like, you're at the front end, you're at the back end. Madam can't make eye contact.
No, are you kidding me?
What if you love each other like
What?
brothers do? What if you
What
like
does
have
that
a deep
mean?
friendship
What is
love?
that?
What does that mean?
does that
Your
mean?
brother, you're gangbanging a thing with your brother or something?
No, like you guys are best bros and you like have a deep loving
No,
friendship
no,
for
no,
each
no,
other,
we're
and
just-
you
no, no.
accidentally lock eyes, and then you just have to whisper "I love you" to him while
You're
you're
trying
both
to
sharing a
do
woman.
your why?
Yeah, I
That's
don't know what
crazy.
you watch. I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe black guys.
Saying,
saying,
I'm just
niggas
asking these
aren't doing
questions.
that.
Is that gay?
That's very suspect.
Yeah, why
Alright.
be you're locking eyes?
I
bro?
I'm
heard
not
that-
actually.
okay.
There's nothing straight about rubbing balls with an ex-partner.
That-
I hang out.
crazy.
I hang out with a lot of obviously I hang out with a lot of queer people and a lot of women.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to be
for sure,
clear.
for
So,
sure.
so I just want to start by saying I heard the funniest joke the other day,
Present.
and it was, okay, if you are a bridge builder, and you
Okay.
build 100 bridges, what are
Yes.
you?
If you're a bridge builder,
You build 100 bridges.
yes.
What will people call you? Call you a bridge builder.
Okay.
If you build 100 bridges, you're a bridge builder. You build 100 bridges, you suck one dick. What do people call you?
A queer.
Right. Yeah, that's the joke. Yep.
Yeah, but like
they
no,
call you
no.
gay.
But so like put so
The
no,
idea
no,
being
I understand
that,
that
like there's
ideology.
certain
I
mentalities,
get it. No,
like,
I
it doesn't
understand
matter
that.
what you do,
but
you
here's
do
the
one
thing.
thing
So
one time.
because not everything in
Yeah.
life is equal, and here's the thing. Exactly that. You kill one person. Does that make you a murderer?
Was it by accident?
Doesn't
or on
matter. He's
purpose?
dead.
I mean, was it on purpose?
Okay, you killed one person in the moment on purpose.
Then I would say yes.
So you're a murderer now.
I would say so, but I'm also a big fan of restorative justice. So
So you restore justice through your act of murder.
I would say
facing the same jail.
No. I'm saying that like someone could be a murderer, but like through restorative justice, we can see them as more than just a murderer.
But he's
So
still
you
a
can be a
murderer.
dick sucker. You can be more than just
Yeah,
a dick
but
sucker.
like,
Yeah,
he could be trying
You're
to
a
kill.
dick
He's
sucker.
You could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor,
Yeah,
but you're
you're
still
the-
gay.
Hold on,
the man
bridges.
tried to kill somebody in self-defense. I don't know why he's looking dick though.
Yeah, he built a bridge and wanted to suck dick. 100 bridges later, you sucked the dick after. What the fuck happened?
Okay, wait. I have another question then. I have another question.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you are curious, just curious about what it's like to suck a dick, you suck a dick for like 10 seconds, then you go, it's not for me. Would you say that person's gay?
Super.
Yeah, bro.
They had,
What do you
they
mean you're
definitely,
curious.
they definitely had a
can't-
gay moment.
Just, you know,
No,
just
they're
wanna
gay.
know. You want
Nah,
to
That-
because-
that moment lives a lifetime.
So, the only way, because there's technicalities.
No.
He didn't act on the thoughts?
No. I would say, let's say you're in jail now, and the niggas are like, they're gonna rape you if you don't like. I don't know, they're gonna kill you. Your life is at
What are
hold.
you on, fam?
Yeah,
Niggas get
I
raped
like
in
this
jail.
one.
Niggas get raped in jail.
Why?
If you get raped
Okay,
in
but
jail,
that's not
no.
consensual, so that's not the same situation. Like you get
But if
forced
they
to do.
give you a choice, they're
It's the
like,
same
I
thing
didn't
as
know.
like-
I didn't know what
It goes
whether
back to the
consent was
murder
in-
thing. If we're gonna be like, yo, if somebody forced you to kill somebody else, we can't call you a murderer because you didn't do that on your own volition.
Yeah, but I didn't know in your
You
situation.
acted out of your
consent
own
was in effect.
safety.
Wait, what'd you say?
No, it's a straight
I'm,
fight
well,
to
I'm
the
still gonna
death
look at you
rate.
like
I
a
don't know
lot.
what
You
we're
suck the
doing.
dick, fam. Like, yeah, I'm like, it's in the back of my mind. You did
Oh,
that
no,
shit.
no.
But at the end of the day, you were forced to do that. You didn't do that out of curiosity, out of genuine desire. Somebody forced you to do something that's not your own decision. It's their decision.
Now you did some gay shit, but you're not like if you're.
We're talking about a willing
Yeah,
participant.
I understand. Okay, I'm up to speed now. Under that concept, I'm not gonna say, like you are a homosexual because like there are clear rules to participate in homosexuality. But you did some homosexual shit, my nigga.
okay, wait.
I'm not. You're gay still. You're gay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What about girls? Girls who like to kiss at a
No,
party.
double standards exist.
They do.
All right. So let's say you've got a woman bridge builder. She eats one pussy.
Yeah,
Is she gay?
she's greedy.
And she can build some
Why?
bridges.
Does she
I
want to share with
co-sign
you?
it.
She's greedy. I like that.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
is she
yeah.
greedy?
She got a big appetite.
She wants it all. Want to build bridges, take dick, and eat pussy? Greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare she do all this?
It's only 24 hours in a day. And look, all the things you want to do.
I have no comment. I'm so glad we played this game though. Like, I'm not going to touch this one.
No, it's all good. Oh man. Now yo, let's see what else. Ooh, you know what? We got that. Do we answer for the threesomes? Yeah, do we answer?
Yeah,
those?
we did.
Threesomes.
Yeah,
threesomes,
we did. Let me see. Do we,
Have you been in a threesome?
No,
Do you want to be?
of course.
What's the?
Of course.
I'm assuming two women,
You
right?
know it's two women.
Just checking. I wanted to clarify just in
Yeah.
case.
It's
Okay.
3 women.
In your dream, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay. Your dream fantasy. Who's in this threesome? Is it like you and your girl and another girl that you don't know? Is it like two strangers? Like two hot queer women are like, we love making out at parties and we pick you to be the dick
I
in
don't
our
even-
life. Like, or is it like two
I'm
friends
not
and
gonna lie.
like a
If
good
somebody
night?
approached me like that, I'm going wherever they want me to go.
Okay. Or is it like in your like dream scenario, you're like, it's like two girls that you're really close with and friends with and comfortable with, and like the night gets a little wild. Like,
Nah, I don't really even have too much female friends like that. I have female acquaintances I might see here and there, but like nobody that's in my life on a regular basis. So I'm just thinking two attractive women. I like the scenario you presented like a couple seconds
We
ago.
wanted you to be
That
the
one
dick
was
in our
pretty
life.
ideal, you know?
So in this I'm gonna basically say a sentence, segment, statement from a variety of phrase, and you're gonna write your answers on the board. And then if I feel ever so inclined, I'm gonna ask you about your answers. We're gonna deep dive. We're gonna have a fun time doing it. You guys ready for this? Mm-hmm. These are just whiteboard random questions. Ooh. Okay. What is something that would give you the ick instantly in the bedroom? Don't think too deeply. It's usually the first thing that comes to your mind. Are you guys ready to share your thoughts? In 3.
Wait, I'm not done.
All right.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Please reveal your answers to the camera. Oh, what does it say?
Body odor.
Body odor is
That's just it. That's a turn on.
Yeah, same
Odor.
thing. Odor.
saliva dripping into my gooch during oral. Please explain that.
You don't like to get spit on your pussy?
So
yeah,
you
I'm
know,
gonna need you to elaborate on what this means to you.
so you know when someone's going down on you. Maybe you don't. Like when someone's going down on me and it's like getting really like, because you know their tongue's going, so it gets a little wet. Like one single drop of saliva like trails its way down into my gooch. I just want to stop and like get a towel and switch to something else.
You know what? I know those ones, but I don't think it bothers me as much. It's just maybe when you're done, you gotta get up, and now it feels like you're
Man,
sitting
I'm
in a
already
wet.
here. We're in the mood. Like,
Yeah, we're sitting in a wet spot. Everything's now we're here.
Yeah, I think they also like
if she got the gooch, it's like, damn.
Good job. Ooh, got you.
Crazy.
Ooh, where is one place you would never have sex?
Never.
Yeah,
Never's a strong word, you know.
that's why I asked a hard, strong question. Pause. Difficult question.
Don't ask me anything further about this
Difficult,
question.
nigga.
Just don't ask me anything else about this question.
3,
I see it.
2,
I would.
1. Are
That's
you guys
what I
ready?
said.
Reveal. On camera for the internet, a graveyard, a club bathroom.
I think I've done both those.
Okay, I've had sex in a club bathroom. I wasn't proud of it. You know what? I didn't have sex. I got a hood suck in a club bathroom.
That's different.
Yeah. On camera for the internet. That's a valid, respectable answer.
I didn't even think of that one.
I mean,
I just thought like, yo, I
Because
know
every
people
woman
fucking in
has
the
you
club.
niggas aren't concerned about that.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
just
just like in the
wanna
club,
know,
like,
you
yo,
know
it
what I'm
smells in here, bro.
I
I'm
know
not
lots of
doing
married
that
women who
in
have
here.
sex on camera for the internet.
Crazy.
One of them just got a Vixen contract. We're very proud of her.
Vixen's a big company.
Yeah.
It was Vixen.
Sorry?
Vixen's
We
the
are.
porn
The friend
company.
group. We're very proud of her.
I'm pretty sure Vixen's the porn company that actually bought Kim Kardashian's sex tape, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they
Oh,
got money.
interesting.
Yeah.
And
You guys-
yucky.
I mean,
She was
Night and-
trash.
I think Vixen is also, I think it's the same company as Blacked, but I could be wrong.
it's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's one parent company that owns
Yeah,
sub
everything.
companies.
Ooh, let me see.
He knows. He's the expert here.
Oh, have you ever had bad sex? And if so, what made it bad? You guys ready? 3.
Hold up.
All right. That's when the Egyptians are writing. 3.
Wait.
Oh, fuck.
Exchange it.
All right. You get 3, 2, 1. Please finish up your answers and reveal your board to the cameras. Yes, didn't listen to instructions. Pussy got dry after a while, and yes. And so, yo, what were the instructions that weren't listened to? I'm curious.
Okay, so that's like a really broad answer, but I would say almost every time that the sex has been bad, I tried to give a correction. And in one case, by correction, I just mean like, hey, little to the left, please. And it turned into, I get it, I can't please you. That was one. And then like,
He's had enough.
that's one.
He's had a long day.
Yeah. There was another time where I was like, literally, this is the motion. Remember when I did the thing? This guy was
shake
fucking,
weight?
Yeah, hold that.
and I was like, hey, can you be a little, can you be a little bit more gentle? And he went, okay.
That's dagger in the pussy.
And I literally felt like I'd been to the gynecologist. I was like, all right, I'm out. I mean, I didn't because I was too polite, which is my problems, but you know. And then there was another time where I would just try and like, once again, gently correct and like be like, hey, what about this? Or because, you know, that one guy who got mad at me transformed the way I had sex for a few years after that. I would just try and like give like polite things like, you know, like encouragement to like this one guy one time literally said like, do you like that? And I was like in my mind like, fuck, he's finally trying something like dirty talk. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then he like went and told all his friends that I was so into the thing that he was doing when really I was just trying to like encourage him to be more verbal. So I would say like anytime there's been like, I would give a piece of information that was ignored or
A suggestion.
anything around like a miscommunication. I mean, this is all stuff from like my early 20s, but like Yeah, like suggestions or corrections, like trying to encourage someone to do something and then like putting their own bias on what I was asking for. Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't like instruction during sex. Yo,
Well, I mean, there's sexy ways of doing it.
That's what matters.
you said the pussy got dry. Why was your sex bad?
To be honest, I had more than one, but like one I can think of off the top of my head, like keep it real, her hole was just big, fam. Like I'm not even trying to like be like disrespectful, bro, but I was, bro, feel like I was in the hallway, fam. Like,
Was it her hole was too big or was it your buddy was too small?
no, because I've had enough experience to know that like it usually fits and it feels good. You know what I mean? Like, this one, I'm like, there's just so much. Even before I put myself in there, even my hand was yo, the whole hand's going in there. Like, everything was just going in, bro. I'm like,
You had no chance of that.
Have you considered calling in a friend to just put both of you in at the same time?
never.
Sorry, I'm done.
Absolutely never.
We talked about rubbing balls already. We talked about
Yeah, no, I know. I just wanted to call back.
Call a friend.
That's crazy.
Don't mind, there was too much room.
Yeah,
I need help.
it was very spacious. It was very
I need
spacious.
help is crazy.
Yeah. Well, space is apparently not something.
Oh man.
Ooh. How many times a week should you be having sex if you're in a relationship? This is all personally and this is all personal and subjective.
Like for me personally,
This
or
is-
for like me?
This is like whatever you feel like you want to write on that board. You're allowed to write on that board. Give me a second. Everyone, write your answers on the board. See, we all think very seriously about this topic. 3, 2, 1. Could we please reveal our boards to the topic? As much as you want, as long as both feel good about it. Every
day or other day.
every day or other day, at least two times a week.
I'm counting because
Like
you
2
might not
times
live
an
with
hour.
her. You might not live with her. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
busy or whatever, you might only see her 1-2 times a week. Both times it has to happen still.
I have some people in my life who are lower libido who like have like very little sex and they're very happy with that. So I want to make sure that we're being inclusive of the people who like don't want to have a lot of sex all the time.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Ooh. Is it good sex even if you don't finish? Oh, Lee, I see everyone feels big and passionate about this. 3, 2, 1. Please reveal your boards to the camera. Yes, yes, and no. Why is there a strong no with an underline over there, sir?
Yo, me, I need to release that. What you talking about, bro? I can't speak for other people, but I need to finish the job, finish what I started.
You can't do that yourself later?
No, that's not why you're here.
What if your dick is chafed raw and like it's just not
Time
happening?
to give it a break.
Like, you need, like, you
I
know.
did too much at that point, and like I'm asking for trouble, so I gotta blame myself. But if we're talking about before we get to that point, I have expectations here.
Why is it yes with an exclamation mark?
I think sometimes we over focus on like the orgasm and not on the road to the orgasm. And sometimes it's just not happening. And like the pressure of trying to make it happen then makes the sex bad.
Word. In section.
That's probably more of a female thing. I feel like the man, I'm like, we're just ready to go.
Cuz?
I
said
would
yeah.
say-
No, Cuz said
I
yes.
had had pretty good experiences without finishing the job. Like she finished, but I didn't finish, but I was still good.
Man said man was proud of his work. So.
Yeah, I was probably straight up. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I was good. I'm like
Man said I was
she was more just like, yo, are you sure you're good? Like I'm telling you, I'm good. Like I'm good.
I also want to like clarify from my statement. In every scenario that I can think of where one person's not finishing, it's actually usually the man. And like the pressure to try and get him to finish when like if a guy is like struggling to keep it up. I mean, also once again, I go to a lot of like sex. I've been to a lot of sex parties where I've seen this as an issue. And in sex party world, there is a general expectation, like don't go in expecting to come, go in expecting to have a good time, especially if you're a man, because there's so much pressure and like you never know like how the eyes on you are going to impact your boner. Basically, I can say all these things, right? Yeah.
Oh, so that means
Like,
like
I
his,
don't know.
his
so much.
situation is not really like working like how it's supposed to.
Right,
because of
and like
this
because of the pressure of the
environment.
situation, but then also sometimes like when you're with a new person for the first time, that pressure can still feel like it's there. So you can
Yeah,
still
nervous
have
a little bit, a little anxiety. You know?
yeah, and anxiety is like the nervous system's the way it works. If you're even a little bit anxious, it's going to override the mechanism that creates boner. So like
That's a fact.
yeah, so I think that when you as much as people say that's a girl thing, it's actually more common a boner thing because like if we're mentally ready, lube fixes the problem, but lube doesn't fix the problem if you've got a penis.
Well, I guess because he can't get hard.
He's gonna
But I'm assuming
overthinking.
like he's ready to go. Like I'm thinking of myself, like I'm ready to go. Like it's about to happen. Like for the most part, like yeah.
Have you ever gotten whiskey dick? Have you heard of that before?
I got that 1-2 times. I did.
I
Nah,
got Adderall dick one time.
I got that too. Hated that.
Don't do so much Adderall, nigga.
Let's focus on the wrong things.
yeah, I got. Nah, I never been too drunk, but I got really high off a perk and I ate an edible. I'm sorry, I got really high off edibles and then I ate a perk. And I forgot that I took the edibles, and then they linked up.
living like Kodak.
They linked up at one
Yeah.
point, and I had to just tell her like before we even started, I'm like, this is just not gonna happen.
They get turned into a grip.
I don't even know where I'm at. Like this is not happening right
And
now.
then
You
this
gotta stop
circles
touching me.
back to why like hand stuff is underrated.
Yeah, I appreciate
Nothing
it.
would have
I
helped in
told
that
you.
in that moment. I was
Like
just,
an
I
oil
was
and
too
eye
high.
contact. We go.
Oh, I was just thinking like you could have done stuff for her with your hands.
I was barely
You're
functioning.
like,
I'm
no,
gonna keep it
that's
real.
not okay.
Here's combo, the edibles and perks.
I'm barely keeping up with the conversation. I'm like, you're just talking at me at this point. Like
Sorry, I don't. Marijuana edible and a Percocet 30.
It's a nigga combo.
they had a hold on me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was over.
You can tell that I'm pretty boring in my personal life. That I'm like, I don't know how that would impact your boner, but I'm gonna go.
Impacted my
It's not if you're around
it
here.
impacted my life. Like everything. Everything was on pause.
He was kind of dying. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, moving forward. Ooh. What is the fastest way someone could turn you on?
Answers like making a nigga sound loose or something.
Bro, it's okay to like something, you know. It's all right.
What was it? The what?
I said, what's the fastest way someone could turn you on? And the concept of what we're talking about is sexual. I'm not even doing non-sexual turn-ons, nigga. The whole conversation's been sexual all day. Don't start thinking emotionally right now, nigga. Get me flowers. 3, 2, 1. Reveal the answer to the camera. Let me get a fan fiction
It
piece.
says, "Let me read my fan fiction in peace,"
Oh.
or pull out the kink toys.
Just be
be
naked. Oh.
I lie. But I didn't think that was sexual enough. This guy's getting all aggressive with his questions. I was about to say just show up looking good, but I didn't sound like it was good enough. So I'm like, do something when you get here. Get busy.
Yeah, all right. That's cool. Ooh, you know what? I got 2 more in this section. You got, fuck it, let's do it too. Do you have any fantasies that you haven't fulfilled yet?
Like, do I have to say the fantasy?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh man, that's crazy.
This guy's freaky
He's like,
over
he's gonna
here.
be like, no.
Oh no, I did everything I needed to.
Now he's got a fantasy of 2 young women approaching him at the bar and being like, "Hey, we
Hey,
need a stud
I'm not gonna
cop."
lie, you started it.
Yeah.
It's there.
You ever see what was it? Was it?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was
Sorry,
it How
I got
High?
what it says.
Yeah, How High always say, hey, we want to run a hood sucking competition on both you guys. Like, I lie.
On me, you say.
3.
Wait,
All right.
I had to erase.
Yep. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Please reveal your answers to the camera. Picking up a third at a hotel bar. Oh, it's cool. Fuck in the middle of an ocean with 2 bitches. Threesome.
It's his fantasy. He's got to say it exactly how it is in his mind.
What bar?
Oh, one of the nice ones, I guess.
All right, cool.
But like, I'm
Oh,
hoping
what was yours?
picking up a third at a hotel bar. Like, you're there with your partner. This is in my mind. It could go either way. Either I'm the third or like we're picking up a third. But like, you're there with your partner. You're at the hotel bar. You like meet some like nice person and like you're chatting. It's really fun. And then like, oh my god, you guys have a hotel room. So you just go back upstairs.
Does it matter to you if the third is a woman or a man?
No, I'm a bit of a hedonist in that way.
Okay.
I'm just down for a good time.
All right.
Cause what ocean?
I don't know. Just put me on a big ass yacht.
Nigga said Lake Minnetonka, nigga.
Yeah, whatever. Sun beating us, man.
Wait, are you like standing or are you guys fucking like in the water like mermaids?
Nah, I'm fucking standing.
'Cause it's
there,
frolicking.
I'm butt naked on the yacht. Like,
Okay.
Drone around the man and everything.
Overhead shots. Yeah. You got to get them.
When you said like fucking 2 bitches in the ocean, I literally pictured you like you're trying to be like in the ocean doing a
Nah,
float.
it's getting rowdy and deviant on the yacht.
He's doing yacht stuff.
Yeah.
Yo,
Like,
this
mine's
bitch
less
is-
extravagant. I like what you said earlier. Just two things just approach me.
Yo, bitch look like he's about to rewrite his answers. Like,
I've been outshined. I recognize that I've been outshined.
Okay. Oh, this one's a little less fun, a little more thing. But you guys ready? Mm-hmm. When is the right age to introduce the topic of sex and sexual health to your own child?
Blood clot.
Just write it down.
she does this for a living.
I understand, but they don't.
Man, them-
Appropriate age.
That's why your
Shit.
answer will be this. You know, like
Yeah.
it's a learning question.
I don't know.
18.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I think did that in like grade 4.
Yeah, either Fully Alive and like I had Fully Alive books in grade 4,
It was like grade 4. I
grade 4,
think.
grade 3. I think yellow one, Fully Alive. Y'all
Yeah.
remember that? I was in Catholic school.
I don't remember the name of the shit, but I'm pretty sure. it was
Nobody else
grade
had Fully
4.
Alive though, for real.
Yeah, I did.
I don't remember the name
but-
of it. I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure we
Alright.
started that shit at like
3, 2, 1. Please reveal your answers to the cameras. Birth, sex, specifically grade 11.
Grade 1/2,
Oh, okay,
but for sure by age 8.
okay. Grade 5.
How old are you in grade 5?
10, roughly.
You said 8.
Said 8, yeah. I'm
Word.
pretty sure that's when they started teaching us in school anyway.
Did you feel like you had an adequate education experience?
Yeah.
All right. Why do you say from birth? Because that's a very different answer.
So
And then you said from 1 to 2. Like, what are you teaching them?
okay, so when people think of sex, they think of like teaching kids how to pleasure each other. When you're like, oh, you should be teaching about sex from that age, people automatically assume you mean like pleasure, and like that's not. You're not actually teaching sex. So from birth, I don't know if you guys know this, but like people will masturbate in utero. Like you'll be in a stomach and there is like images of kids masturbating as they're still fetuses. So like, or fetuses masturbating, I should say.
I
So-
never
I did
heard
not
that.
know that.
Yeah, this is like a thing that we have evidence for. So it's just a natural thing that
Born
people want
freaky,
to
eh?
touch themselves in ways that feel good. There are kindergartners who will be masturbating at daycare, and there's always a conversation about the parents like, this is a private thing. This isn't something we do. So if you're teaching a kid to masturbate in private, you are talking to them about sex, right? It's just self-pleasure. Grades 1, 2 is when it's in the curriculum to teach about reproduction. So you have to teach about sex. Grade 8 is the first age most people are exposed to pornographic material on the internet now. So you need to be having conversations with them by then so that you can have that conversation around like, you're going to see something, it might scare you or be upsetting. I need you to talk to me about it. So it's not that you're teaching your kids how to have sex and how to like fuck good. It's that there needs to be these ongoing open conversations about sex and sexuality if you want to be creating an environment where your kids will actually come to you about the things that might be concerning that you want to parent around.
Word. So birth it is for y'all.
It's better than my answer.
I mean, close to grade 5.
That's all I had. Didn't even have a real reason why. Just grade 5, fam.
Ooh. Do you think a prenup affects the quality of a relationship / marriage?
I think it affects.
Like, yo, is it basically saying, well, you don't fully rate me? You got to rate yourself within protection? Three, 2, 1. Please reveal your voice to the camera. No opinion, but I don't have one. Yeah. Because why you feel like it does?
Same thing. They're gonna be like, "Oh, wait, you don't rate me," but like, I think it affects it. I think she, you might think you don't love her like that, or you don't trust her like that, but yo, you gotta protect yourself out here because you just never know.
You said no. Why you feel no so strongly?
Because 50% of marriages end in divorce, and 80% of those divorces are initiated by the woman. And I'd like to keep my money if you decide you don't like me tomorrow.
50% is a made up statistic.
So what's the real?
What's the real
statistic?
number?
Okay, so the study was done by a Christian organization. They did not study the same couples. They took a poll at random of a bunch of people saying, did you get married this year? And then 5 years later, polled a bunch of other random people, not the same ones, asking, did you get divorced? And so and then they took that percentage and they expanded it to the entire population. And also, once again, you have to compare the same people in a study for it to be accurate. You have to look at who's funding the study to determine, do they have bias or are they trying to like prove a point about something? But they didn't measure, is it like repeat people getting divorced or is it different people in different relationships getting divorced? So I'm not saying that statistic is false. I'm saying that it actually isn't accurate because we don't have any information to actually look at divorce statistics. No one has looked at the census and compared names and people and done an actual comprehensive study.
So
I've seen stats that say 80% of divorces are filed by women. Now, I don't.
That could be true. I'm talking about the 50% statistics specifically.
Well, that says
That's still risky enough for me. I need a prenup still. You guys don't even like
Risky
man them.
enough for the
Have
man.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, but the question there is why are 80% of women the ones filing for divorce? What's happening in that relationship or those relationships? What are the gender expectations around women versus men after they're in a relationship that make the women get fed up and be like, I'm done. I need to leave.
I'm not certain, but I can just draw a conclusion that majority of the time these women seem to be the ones who lose interest and want to leave. It's not the man. So it's more likely you're going to want to leave me than I'm going to want to leave you based on stats, and I'd rather protect my assets before that.
Do you think it's about interest? Because I don't think it's about interest.
I'm not sure. I can't determine what it's about, but I can see that one, on the stats, the women usually want to leave. And then two, just from interacting with women and then knowing men and being a man myself, women tend to have a higher list of expectations for a male partner than the male would have of her. And then even when you see situations like if they look at the like Tinder, if they look at other stats on dating, most women don't find most men attractive. Most men find most women attractive. So by and large, you guys seem to be harder to satisfy. And I'm not going to put my assets at risk based on that.
So, hold on. Let me just chime in real quick before we go in with opinionated based stuff. So basically, a quick Google search will indicate that 38 to 40% of Canadian marriages end in divorce, and according to a recent estimate. While this number has declined from its peak, it reflects a long-term trend for marriages that do occur in its overall and the overall rate is impacted by fewer people getting married in the first place and opting for common law relationships instead. Obviously people are not getting married as much. And then on the basis of who initiates divorce more, women more frequently initiate divorce than men. Studies suggest that women are more likely to start divorce process with some sources estimating that women initiate close to 70% of divorces. This pattern is attributed to a variety of different factors, including emotional dissatisfaction, mismatched expectations, and increased economic independence. Emotional dissatisfaction, boom. Research indicates that women may be more likely to seek higher emotional fulfillment and be more sensitive to a lack of it. A mixed match expectation. Differences in expectations, particularly regarding the fulfillment of emotional needs, can lead to a woman's initiating divorce. Economic independence. As women become more economically self-sufficient, they are better positioned to take a step of leave from an unhappy marriage. And social factors. There may be societal expectations for men to stay in marriage despite unhappiness, while women have more social supports for leaving. Some research also suggests that men may benefit more from the marriage in terms of health and career prospects, making them more reluctant to leave.
We find the benefits.
Sounds like you guys might leave.
So
And I don't want you to do that with my money. That's all.
the things that I've seen, the examples that I've read about talk a little bit more about things like a non-equitable distribution of labor in the home. So like when you have both men and women working in the home, and then the woman comes home and has to do all the chores on top of that while the guy gets to go play video games.
Yeah.
And then he's emotionally distant, stop. Like there's stories of like both people stop caring about their appearance, or one person stops caring about their appearance in a certain way, and then expects their partner to maintain theirs. There's like a lot of factors that might go into that. But I would say like interest is an oversimplification of a variety of conflicting things. If you are in a marriage and you feel like you have another child and that child's a fully grown adult man, you would leave. At that point, you might as well raise the kids by yourself. And there's a lot of stories like that.
This is true, but like, do you think does that mean that you think that the majority of the conflicts in these divorced marriages are solely on the shoulders of the man? Like he doesn't have his own list of complaints that he might have had, whether he chose to divorce her or not?
So what this is saying is that there's more benefits to men staying in a relationship they're unhappy with than women. So the man is still, according to what we just read, the man is still benefiting from whatever those factors are. But I will say that women are more likely to go to therapy than men are. If a man is unwilling to go to couples therapy or unwilling to do his own therapy, and this woman is like working on herself, trying to grow, trying to be her best self, and this guy is just saying like, well, good for you, I think that it's not necessarily about interest or like.
But how do we determine that that's the case? How do we determine that she's the only one trying to make it work and he just being a lazy dickhead when he comes home from work?
I think that that's a really great question.
You know what? So then also,
but I will say that stats show that men are less likely to agree to or go to therapy,
like
and I
men-
think
Let me
that that's
chime
part
in,
of
let me
it.
chime in.
Men think like
Sorry.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Women also have an incentive to divorce him as well. So as much as like the man benefits from staying in the relationship, she benefits from leaving.
Not
it,
if she makes
gets,
more money than he does, and not if she's earning an equal income.
In the majority of marriages, to my knowledge, the man makes more money than the woman.
That has to do with other bigger That's a bigger conversation. Do you have an opinion?
Yeah, I was just gonna say divorce rates for lesbian couples can be higher than that of gay and heterosexual couples. Those statistics vary depending on study and region. One study found that 41% of lesbian couples divorced within 10 years, compared to 27% of male couples that divorced in 22 years of different same-sex couples. Some factors possibly contributing to the relationship dynamics, including potential for similar traditional relationship roles, leading to conflict and addressing of stress and societal stigma. That's just basically saying that like even when they're in relationships with other women, they still have the highest rate of divorce.
Just
All
seems
right.
like you guys are the hardest to please. That's all I'm saying.
Even the lesbians
And
are
I
done.
don't want to bet my assets on that possibility. So I'd rather secure myself. And if we're in love, we're in love.
Yeah, that's cool.
And if you're not in love, I'm not in debt. I don't need that problem. Like,
I like that. Love and that link up.
yeah.
What do you ever find yourself in some debt? You're gonna find yourself out of love.
There's an old guy in my building. He used to have a house. Now he lives in my building. Do you see the difference? I met him in the gym. He had a lot to say.
Honestly, I think
Put
like
that woman first.
And she put him out.
in this day and age, I think marriage is more about legal protections and legal protections about assets than it is about love, because you can never marry someone and be in love and be together forever. Like there's no obligation to get married other than if you need access to benefits, and even then, who has a job with benefits anymore? So I think that if you're saying, okay, a prenup is really good to protect your assets, and we understand that in this day and age, the ceremony might be about a public declaration of love, but legal paperwork is about assets, then a prenup makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. That being said, before I move over to another segment, did you have any questions you want to get in before we do quickfire? We're down at the end of the thing, so
Let me see what we got here.
go ahead, man. Unpack. See the power of Google solving questions we all had debates about.
Based on I have a few questions.
Ask away. Man.
Do sex toys destroy a woman's sensitivity to sexual intercourse?
Forever or temporarily?
Well, both.
I think not for all women. Like it doesn't affect things for all women, but there are certain people. Actually, some people get really used to masturbating in the same way, and if they're being using a specific toy in a specific way that a human body can't emulate, yes, it will be difficult for that body, like for someone with a penis, to do the same thing that the toy will do. But there's a high chance that that person wouldn't have been able to come even without the toy in the first place. Some people have found that the more they use a toy, the more their sensitivity goes down. But that's true of like also like over jerking it, I would say. And you can retrain the brain to build that sensitivity back in. You just have to make a choice. I've also met and heard of, and there's research that shows that there are people who just need more. Like that Hitachi Magic Wand, like that motor, like the motor powered, battery powered thing. There was nothing that was going to do it before that toy, no matter what. So some people, I am talking about the Sibian. Yeah.
Rose and shit.
Yeah. So I think some people will say, yes, using this toy decreased my sensitivity. You can build it back up. It's not gone forever. And there's other people who can't come without a toy at all.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
more
have
you
it.
know.
I have a question.
Ask away.
Can a relationship work if partners have different sex drives?
That's a good question.
Yes, but are you willing to? How are you communicating about that? Are you expecting your partner to fulfill all your sexual needs? Are you able to talk about open relationships? Are you willing to self-pleasure and get freaky with that, and maybe have your partner participate in the room in a way that isn't them being penetrated? Like if you're like, well, every time I want to have sex, you get penetrated. The joke that sex educators always say is like, if every time I say let's have sex, I'm fucking you up the ass, you'd probably say no, right? Like because
even
it's a lot of work to get penetrated. Like that's people are like, you just lie there, but like it's not just lying there. It's like fluids, it's cleanup, it's sweat, it's all these things. But if you're saying I'm really horny, can you just like dirty talk me while I jerk it? Maybe they'd be more willing to say yes.
I'm gonna feel like a
It's a
loser.
different level. It's a different level of like.
I'm just like, yeah, bitch.
Yo, give me some audio porn while I please myself.
Yo, you gotta be high level of comfortability with this. Yo, just talk to me while I'm dealing with myself.
Yeah, why are you in a relationship if you can't be that honest with each other?
I hear you, but that's funny.
I'm not gonna lie, like that
I feel like
that
my
is
partner might be like, "So you want me to do is talk to you, bro? Like that's the best." Like,
But in the given situation, though, because it is circumstantial already, it's different. It's like you have a super high sex drive, she doesn't.
yeah.
Now you're trying to bridge
trying
the
to
gap.
work, trying to make it
Right.
work,
Right.
right?
And I would
So-
say the reverse is true too. Like, let's say you have a woman with a really high sex drive and a guy who's like, he's like, I just don't want to. Like, is he willing to sit there and like help and participate and make her feel beautiful and desired? Is she willing to make you feel beautiful and desired, or whatever adjective you want to use? Like, how are you
I don't want to
doing
feel
that?
beautiful.
Yeah, sorry. You want to be? You
I
want
don't want to feel beautiful and desired.
Yeah, right. So I think it's, are you making the other person feel like the higher libido partner? Do they feel desired? Do they feel attractive? Do they feel like their needs are being met?
You know, so
And
like,
being open-minded about how those needs are being met.
so it's crazy. I feel like when the man is the higher I feel like the issue arises more. Oh, it could be any. No, when there's an imbalance, I do see issues pending because if you're a man that like, oh, you have a super high sex drive and you always want to fuck and your girl's never in the mood, like more than likely you're gonna go start cheating on her. It is what it like.
Well,
more than likely,
I think either or. Like I feel like
but
she
then
would probably do the
exactly on
same
the flip
thing
side, I was
too.
about to say
Well,
like
this is why I'm a big, big proponent of ethical non-monogamy. And like,
Yeah,
if it was
yeah,
more,
but
if
the
it
government
was
like
more,
that.
but if it was more normalized, it wouldn't be such a big deal. Like,
I
you wouldn't
agree.
have to go cheat if it was like a normal thing to say like, hey, I have these sexual needs and you're not meeting them, but I love all these other things about our life. What if I went and caught
And
some
now
strange?
here's the thing. Because I agree with you, right? But remember in the beginning of the conversation, we talked about how I believe in these things called double standards.
Okay.
Yeah, there we have it.
All right. I'm going to roll my eyes and say to you another
I'm just
question.
saying.
I got another one. How has your work changed your own relationship with intimacy and boundaries?
That's a really great question. I had to learn how to not become like a public yapper about my personal life. I used to just, I don't really care. What?
No, I'm just talking shit.
Oh, yeah,
I was
no.
like, just
I mean,
all
like-
disclosure.
No, like, and like, I mean, you've heard me at the gym. Like, I'm pretty disgusting. But like, I'm not necessarily telling stories about my life. Well, actually, sometimes I am. But like, I've had to learn how to be a lot better about keeping the things that I do that aren't work private because I now have a public, like I'm known in the community. I have a public Instagram that I use for advertising. And my husband is an incredibly private person with no social media, which is so many people's husbands, apparently. And so because of that, I had to learn how to get really good at saying things that are not really talking about myself. I mean, I've shared personal things here that are regardless of my relationship, not sharing about my private relationship publicly, things like that. And I make a lot more jokes that are like, consent is like the butt of the joke because I'm so good at teaching about consent and like caring about consent in my everyday life that now I tell a lot more jokes that are like really bad in my private life with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got time for
I don't know if
one
that
more?
answers.
Yeah, go ahead, nigga.
Okay. What advice do you have for individuals who might feel conflicted about casual sex, and how can they ensure that their emotional well-being is being met?
I think casual sex isn't inherently unhealthy, but hookup culture is. Because hookup culture is about not caring about the other person, just caring about getting your dick wet. Dick here being a gender neutral term for all of us just want to get laid. So if you're doing hookup culture, you're not really caring about the other person. You're not really in tune with what you yourself want or need in that moment. And do you really trust this person to be honest about their STI status or like call you if they end up with chlamydia and you were one of the partner? You know what I mean? Like versus casual sex, which can be a very connecting, intimate experience about being seen by someone else, even just for a night, being able to practice expressing your own desires and wants and needs and being able to explore that. I think that can be really nice too. Sometimes it's done with a friend. Like some people use sex as a way to express friendship with other people. And that can be really nice and a really bonding experience. It
girl
doesn't
can't
always
even
What's an
have to be
have
like
example
that.
of that?
My girl can't even have friends like
What's
that.
an example of that, though?
You see this a lot in the lifestyle, like in the swinger and like non-monogamy lifestyle, where you'll end up with like a group of friends where one of the things that they do is like sometimes you hang out and catch dinner and play board games, and sometimes you all eat each other out. Like
Little
that's
jamboree.
yeah, right. And like, but then like, what happens when you have sex is there's certain hormones that are released, like oxytocin and dopamine and serotonin, and all those things. People say oxytocin is like the bonding hormone, so you're gonna fall in love with the person, but it is bonding, but it doesn't mean love. Oxytocin isn't the love hormone; it's the bonding hormone. So you might feel a deeper connection with this person after you've both come together, even if it was not at the exact same time. And I think that can be really nice to do with people to create this deeper level of intimacy with someone where maybe that level of intimacy might be hard to tap into in other facets of your life, especially if all you do is hang out with dudes. So, right? I mean, I don't think casual sex is inherently wrong or bad as long as you're being honest about STI testing and status, what your capabilities are and capacity is for an actual relationship with this person, what they can expect from you and you can expect from them. And also, if you spend 2 days texting the filthiest shit and you show up and do missionary in the dark, you got to do better.
Yeah.
Yo, buddy, yeah. Don't be J.K. Rowling through the phone
you-
and then you get there.
Do you think post-nut clarity is a real thing?
Sorry, can you say that again? I'm getting whispers in my
Do you
ear.
think post-nut clarity is a real thing?
Post-nut clarity.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. For all genders. All genders can get post-nut clarity. I know so many people who are like, I thought I was attracted to this person, but really I was just horny as fuck and they were there and paying attention to me. Whoops. I had one client say to me, like, girls always try to trap you into relationships. And I laughed and said, trap? You have no say in the matter? you couldn't extricate yourself from the trap. Like, that's ridiculous. But what happens sometimes with people who are like friends with benefits over time, you know you're not the right fit for each other, but there's no other options out there right now. So you just kind of keep fucking, and then that bonding keeps happening. Then all of a sudden you're like, are we supposed to be dating? I guess we just should, when none of you wanted to be dating in the first place.
Situationships.
Yeah, I would say that like situationships can be complicated, but you need to understand the chemicals and mechanisms of how sex works in your body, and you need to stay true to your own wants and desires. And if it starts to get too close, then you got to say like, the sex has been great, but I think we need to pull this back to friendship.
Okay.
Val, any other questions?
No, I'm
I
straight.
got one more.
Go ahead, cuz.
Based on your experience, do you think most couples are transparent about what they desire sexually from their partner?
The ones coming to my Zoom office, mostly yes. But I've done a few, they're called discovery calls, when you're like, is this person a good fit for a client? Where you hear these stories about someone who has tried to express their desires and their partner flat out rejects them or pretends that they don't have any desires of their own. And the partners typically are just going to cheat in that sense. Like, they're coming to me and they're like, I guess I'll just cheat. And I'm like, okay, well then we can't work together, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm not going to help you cheat on your partner. That's not the business.
That's a little crazy.
Yeah, I would say,
different
Just
number
needed
for
some
that.
validation.
yeah, right. I'm like,
Do you,
that's not-
do you
that's not
think
happening.
men or women are more comfortable expressing what they want in the bedroom?
I think men are socialized to be more comfortable. I think what men find desirable is part of public conversation. What women find desirable is becoming increasingly more part of the public conversation. It's becoming increasingly normalized. But I know a lot more women who were socialized to like act like they had no desire and no sex drive, and it's a lot harder to overcome that shame, right? Like the idea that you fuck the whore but you marry the Madonna. You know, like
Makes
you can't marry a slut because she's a slut. And it's like, so then a woman can never express her desires because they're automatically going to label her slut and unmarriageable.
No, but
When,
I do it. Here's the thing, though. So in regards to that specifically, I feel like you still got to be cognizant of the choices you make and live with them as a result of that. So I can't act like it's all fair ground for everybody and that's all hory-dory when it's like, I can't. When you've been liberal with your legs and it's like,
But-
realistic. No, because
okay,
these
but
things.
what's
These
liberal?
I was
What's
talking about
considered-
desire. I wasn't talking about experience.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about what you're saying. I'm just going off what she's saying. And realistically, when you're saying what's liberal with your legs, it means like, anything that I'm not comfortable with.
But what's considered like the definition of a slut is just a woman having more sex than you are comfortable with.
No,
which means
we can search it up.
like each individual person. Like it's
No,
it's
I think
it's
that's
a promiscuous
like,
woman. The
kind
idea
of a
is that
fair
like
idea.
the idea that like what you consider slutty is going to be different than what he considers slutty and different it's another thing where it's like a very generic
so I guess
general
it is.
term.
Yes, yeah, but like, and the thing is,
So
though,
all I was going to say about this though is that if you tell girls their whole lives, no one will want you if you're a slut, then that means that girls here, if I express a desire, sexual desire, I will be shamed for it. I will never find love. I will not be respected. And so why would you then want to express your desires when that's the culture that you've been raised
well,
in?
so then hold on. So then, in regards to even that, because I'm not talking about like, I think it's possible to express your desires within certain respective ways, like in certain outlets. For example, like there's nothing wrong with women wanting to be sexual and express that, right? And if you want to have sex with multiple partners as a woman and like fuck the world, nobody's stopping you. You can. But then there are society will respond in a way, and that's just like we can't act like it doesn't happen. Just like if you touch kids, for example, you're a pedophile.
I would not put a woman having
No,
I
but-
would not put a woman having as much sex as she wants on the same level
It's
as
not
a
the
pedophile.
same level, but I'm just talking about classifications of how people socially like put things somewhere. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
all
For
of this-
example, Bonnie Blue. Are you familiar with her? The woman
Was
who
she
had
the
sex,
one who had sex with all the yeah, okay.
1,000 men.
Yeah.
What I personally, I don't know many men or any man personally that would be comfortable like taking her on and looking at her like, oh, that's a wholesome woman, regardless of what she's done with herself.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
put-
see that as being different? Because that's like somebody who had sex with a lot of people. I'm talking about like if the woman just said like, I haven't had sex with a lot of people, but I want to do these specific freaky things.
No, that's
So-
completely different.
like,
So all I'm
are
saying
you
though
going to judge
is,
me for it?
No,
You
no,
know?
no, you're
right,
good.
but
You're good.
that's the question of like, but if you're raised in a culture where a woman expressing desire publicly or any non-normative or kinky desires publicly is being automatically compared to Bonnie Blue, right? You say, okay, a
No, we
woman
said
expresses
slut. We said slut, and so
Right,
I drew
right,
a
but-
slut comparison.
Can't be expressing
Okay,
all this
But
to
she's
so many
saying
But the point is that
socially
you're
she may be
taking it
perceived as such.
as that, right? So how would a young girl hearing this know if you're talking about Bonnie Blue or her?
Well, through conversation.
Yeah, but the point is that young women aren't how many teenagers are actually talking to each other and not at each other? You know, like
I'm not. Yeah, that's not.
So the point is that women
their
are being
problem.
socialized in a way where when they express their desires, they are shamed or punished for it, or they hear other people expressing their desires who are then shamed or punished for it. So I think it's just harder for many women to express that desire because of this culture of shame. I think that there's certain things that men are into that they are also shamed for wanting. Right? If a man wants to be a submissive, they're typically shamed for that. If they want a woman who's good at right, like there's ways that men are also shamed for their desires. But overall, once again, this narrative: men like to have sex, men always want sex, men are gonna like all those things still lead you to believe that male desire is natural and normal, and female desire is to be controlled. So I think it's easier for men who have more normative desires to express that because we're in a culture that allows for that expression. And I think that one of the benefits of being in a loving, trusting relationship with someone is that you can create that environment that allows your partner to say, here's this desire that I have. It embarrasses me to say it. And you go, nah, let's do that. That's hot.
Okay.
No,
That's all I was trying to get to.
I hear you. But I still stand firm on, like, for example, like I everybody can do whatever the fuck they want, but there are social repercussions and like things for the actions you do in society. And so, for example, like if you wanna, like there's a big thing about right now on the internet about like the OnlyFans girls or girls that have done porn. Like after they've made their money and they've gotten what they wanted out of that interaction, now they come back and they want everybody to erase all their history and expunge their whole content and their whole lifestyle and all their choices from the internet now, right? And basically they want to, it's like rebranding and such, and it's like you can't erase it. I don't know. Like I think you should be moving and operating with a certain sense of awareness that is in like.
Yeah, don't put anything. I follow the rules. Don't put anything on
You
the internet I
literally
wouldn't
see-
want to talk to my parents about.
100%. And so when I see people complaining about, oh, it's not fair because now I'm just viewed as this and guys won't take me seriously. Well, yeah, like.
But you know, different people have different like values, and like people
100%.
say that values and morals are static, but they're not, and they change from culture to culture.
They do.
I would say that the reason that OnlyFans girls want to erase that whole past is, one, a lot of them are really young when they get into it. So they're not necessarily thinking long term with those choices.
For sure.
They do see it as a quick money, get rich quick scheme,
It's
which
not an
it can
excuse, though.
It can be, but we live in a sex negative culture. I mean, I'm very pro sex work. That's you and I.
No,
may
for
disagree
sure.
on that,
No,
right?
I don't even
But
business.
we live
I'm
in
sorry,
a
you're front, front.
society that says like, you know, you should be able to do sex work. We want to benefit from you making porn for us. But when you want to, but we think it's wrong and bad, and you shouldn't be doing
So
it.
then
But when you try and exit the industry, there are no options and opportunities. So what is it? Do you want people to be able to exit the industry, or do you want people to be stuck in that job even when they don't want to do it forever?
I think
like, which is
I don't think that's the argument we're making.
I don't think it- yeah.
No,
I
this
think
is
the
just my
argument,
personal soapbox, just so you know. So
like I've heard that before, like, oh, you guys consume it, so how do you have an issue with it? And it's like, okay, it's one thing to consume something for recreation, but if I'm going to actually build a life and have a relationship and be responsible to somebody, I don't want that person that I saw on the screen.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
don't want to bring the circus home. I might go to the circus. I don't want to bring it home.
I know a lot of people who have an OnlyFans who are in loving relationships and married.
For sure. And it
So-
works for some
And
people.
that
So I'm
man-
going to say, so this is your value system and your choices that you get
Yeah.
to make, but that doesn't mean that all people feel the same way about a girl with an OnlyFans.
No, I'm not condemning them in a sense of like, you should never find a man. You should be alone forever, you dirty whore. Like, I'm not trying to deal with anybody like that. I'm saying that, hey, as you're sitting there complaining about the decisions that you made, you have to be accountable for yourself. And the majority of men do not support the decisions you made in their home. So they're not going to really be
Co-sign.
attracted to you in like a relationship sense. And that seems to be where they have a problem. Like, why won't you accept me after I did all these things that you already told me you don't want me to do? And it's like, well, that's just how life works. You know?
I can't, there's nothing that I can really disagree with you there, because once again, you're coming from a very particular background and experience with the people in your life. And I have different experiences in terms of the reaction that people can have. I side a little bit more on, I would rather live in a world free of shame and stigma. So I'm going to go out of my way to try and create that around me,
I disagree.
as opposed to,
I fundamentally disagree.
I think
Okay.
shame and stigma is okay.
I think we
Okay.
need shame.
I think it's
actually-
okay.
gotta have
But
legal shame.
here's what I'll say as well.
Bring
It's
back
like,
shame.
I would
I'm
just
not
say,
trying to-
I
Bring
see
back
shame is different than personal responsibility. Like, feeling shame is different than personal
No, I
responsibility.
think people
and
no.
taking
I
responsibility.
fully
You're
believe
personally responsible
we
for your
need to
shame,
bring
though.
back shame.
I think shame
Okay.
is okay because it maintains order within the society. However, if you, as the woman who went and made decisions that a bunch of men don't like, that's okay, because you can still find those guys like you described that are okay with that, and then just live in that reality. But stop coming over to this group of people. Like, don't go to like a mosque and be like, you guys need to start eating bacon. Like, bro, they don't want bacon, and we don't want OnlyFans models and former sex workers by and large. So just accept that reality and then find your crowd and be okay with that. But don't be there trying to condemn us because we have standards that predate the decisions that you made anyway.
That's a valid take on it.
I think that there's something to be said for not condemning someone for having, like you said, you're saying don't come and condemn us for having this feeling. And I think that there's something there. The same way that you can't condemn her for having an OnlyFans.
And I don't really.
We don't
She
care.
just gotta
No,
stay in
nobody
her lane.
cares.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like as long as everyone is saying like this is my value system and this is how I feel about it, but I'm not judging you for making those choices. But you need to find someone who feels similarly about these
that's
choices.
literally all I'm saying.
As
That's all
you
it is.
do.
And like
Yeah.
the reoccurring like issue or theme you see on the internet reoccurring is like these people that participate in this realm being upset that they're not being accepted by like the other group.
Yeah.
That's usually where it comes like, oh, you're not accepting me. And then it's like, and then you even see the qualm where it's like you have guys who'll be in relationships, whatever, and then girls don't really know how to differentiate attention, I find, right? Like
Girls, only
women.
girls.
People,
Only- only-
under the lens I'm
You're
speaking
saying.
from, I'm only talking about women because I'm only talking about the people.
I know what you're about to say
Yes.
in this specific context.
yes,
I believe what he's saying is accurate.
So when we, for example, if you're in a relationship, whatever, if a man's scrolling Instagram, there's thousands of fucking people on Instagram, and a lot of it is ass and titties and rare and whatever the fuck like is being shown. You know what I mean? Like the internet's a really
Yeah,
fucked
do
up
not get
place.
me started on the Instagram censorship rules that allow you to see as much ass and titties, but then censor sex education.
It's ridiculous. No, it's ridiculous. And so I
weird.
agree.
It's weird.
One,
It's
crazy.
I agree with that. I agree
Yeah.
with that. But then you're gonna say like women not knowing how to differentiate, like, oh, you like her and you like this. Like men like going to the strip club. Men like seeing these things because we're not allowed to see or we're not supposed to be seeing these things. You know what I mean? Like they're what are they perceived as naughty or taboo to some extent, right? Doesn't necessarily mean we want that same like behavior from the women we love or from women we like. It's so hard to differentiate like the recreational from the what's the opposite of recreational?
Something, I don't know, something
Can I-
serious.
Yeah.
I wanna teach you about something that I learned, which
Okay,
was
go
really
ahead.
interesting. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
A lot of men will say all men believe this way and all men think this way. What they
No,
mean
I don't
is,
think
but
all
what they
men.
mean is say I think this way and the people I'm around think this way. And the reason for this is because if you say everyone thinks this way, it makes you feel more normal in your choices and your opinions and your feelings. So what I'm hearing from all of you in this room is that the three of you feel similarly about this choice, but can acknowledge that not all men will feel the same way about people with an OnlyFans.
Yeah, there's definitely guys
100%.
who will be tolerant of that. I just don't believe they represent the majority. And that's why the women that he was describing are having such like a problem with it because the majority of men are rejecting them.
You know what it is? It's not, and then even let's say you have an issue with the concept of majority. It may be the men that they actually desire.
That as well,
Okay.
yeah.
I say
Right,
the men that you
they are trying to
the men you
be in
desire.
Because there's
relationships.
probably a bunch of guys in the comments like, oh, I'd love to be with her. I'll marry her right now.
Those
She don't
men,
even want
those men
them.
don't actually mean that
Right.
though. Like the people
But
who are
even if they
commenting
genuinely meant it, right?
that, the people who are in the DMs have a certain fantasy of what it means to be with a girl with an. Although I do know men who will hold the camera for their girls with an OnlyFans, and it's
Okay,
like
okay.
a very supportive, loving like thing that they're doing.
He doesn't
to,
even
to-
work.
I can give a better
Right,
example.
they're like
So
supporting her work.
maybe just the guy. That's funny. Maybe just the guy at the store or some guy on the side, just the generic man that would be tolerant of her, but she's not attracted to him because, like I said previously,
but
most
that's-
women are not
that's-
attracted to most men.
But that's okay. Well,
That's
a lot
valid.
of men.
That is very valid.
So now the finite
Same.
amount of men that you're actually interested in are not, by and large, interested in you, and you're angry
sorry.
about it.
I will
proverbially.
say most men. That stat is interesting, and we could dive into that. I feel like there's like so much more
There's
we could
so
do on
much-
this
no,
podcast. We could
even-
go on tangents.
no, so-
Here's what
go
I'm
ahead.
just gonna say before we put this.
Go ahead.
I had a thought that I was gonna say before we put it to bed, which is okay. We should put that because I know you had a whole other podcast about this exact topic. I think I don't know if I'm wrong. I was scrolling through all your things.
We talk about a lot of
Talking
stuff.
about things.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to look the camera dead in the eye and say, I am actively listening to the opinions at this table and they do not represent me or my feelings. Thank you very much. And now I feel like we could agree to disagree.
Okay.
All right.
Does that work?
I mean,
that's
sure.
fair.
Just in case someone sees clips of this podcast and is like, Ray was on this podcast and he said this and now she agrees with it.
No,
you
I
know?
think
Oh no, these
Yeah.
are our independent thoughts,
Yes, I
and
just wanted to
you
make
are a
that-
guest
We
here
go
who has
clip
your
it up
own
and make you
opinion.
look
I was
crazy.
going to say, I need to make that very clear.
the thoughts and views represented on this podcast are not indicative of
Mine.
favorite?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
There's did you ever listen to, there's that one podcast by that one, she's a fighter. She also has an OnlyFans and she'll interview the other male fighters. It's like the Rebel Girl podcast.
No.
And she would, okay, well, it was so funny because she would like interview these male UFC fighters and she would just be like, yeah, okay. Literally, she had to add in at the end of one, I want to make it very clear I was actively listening. I do not agree with anything he said because the things he was saying were absolutely unhinged. And because she was just like nodding and going, interesting, tell me more. Like it was almost
she's
seen as like
prompting.
complicit agreement. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I learned from her.
It gets like that.
Yeah.
You guys-
Anyway.
You guys ready for quickfire?
Do it.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask a series of questions, and either or they're like, no, you don't need your board for this.
Oh.
You go around for this quickly.
Okay, I lost my cap, so we're gonna have to look for that later. Hands and knees for you later.
Crazy,
Let's just get to quick fire.
crazy. Anyhow, I'm gonna
I
ask
like how she did that quick, eh? Like
quick fire. It was fired quick at you. Anyhow, the order will be our guest, followed by Cuz, followed by Mitch. I'm gonna ask a series of would you rather, either or style questions. Please answer as quickly and honestly as you possibly can. You guys ready?
Yep.
Awesome. Coconut oil or KY jelly?
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil.
Car sex or shower sex?
Shower.
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 Would you rather be blindfolded or blindfold your partner?
Depends on the day.
I gotta agree with that one.
All right,
Freakier than I thought. I need my vision at all times.
missionary or doggy?
Missionary.
Shit,
I want to kiss while we fuck.
she ain't wrong too, but it's like fuck yeah. Get a better result sometimes. A missionary, yeah.
If you're forcing my hand, it's back shots, fam. You don't gotta think too hard if it's like that.
He doesn't want to look her in the eye.
Kinky or vanilla?
Kinky.
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 No, you're not. Fucking liar.
I'm lying, so I'm lying.
You got
yeah.
vetoed so quickly.
I don't think I'm vanilla, but like, bro, kinky's like I'm somewhere in the middle,
right.
fam. Like,
Kinky's
find
a
some middle
spectrum.
ground. You know what I mean? Cause I'm not kinky or
Guys, he
yeah.
wants the yacht threesome. He's kinky now.
He's vanilla.
You have to get
Ooh, would you rather live a life with no foreplay or no post-sex cuddles?
No post-sex
no
cuddles.
post-sex
no
cuddles.
post game. We're good.
All right. Would you rather be little spoon or big spoon
What?
when cuddling?
I'm 5'2", so I'm always little spoon. Otherwise, I'm just like a backpack.
No, you've never been a jetpack.
Yep.
I like to be spoon still.
Which one?
I guess I'll be the big one.
All right. That's on.
You don't want to be cuddled?
I think the way you
said it wrong. Like you said it backwards.
Yeah, so a little spoon, I guess.
The big one still.
Okay. Whipped cream or chocolate?
Whipped cream.
Chocolate.
Whipped cream.
Wait, was this a metaphor or we mean the literal food?
No. It was literally.
Oh, like white or black.
I was just thinking
No,
food.
in text.
Either way, I'm safe.
Furry play or BDSM?
BDSM.
Say that again.
Furry play or BDSM?
Furry?
Yeah.
Like furries.
No.
That's weird.
BDSM, sure.
BDSM, but I'm not getting tied up though.
Nobody said you had to.
I'm just making sure.
Would you rather have candle wax melted on you or get gimp gagged?
Or get what?
Gimp gagged. When they put the ball in your mouth. Ball
Where are
gag.
they?
Wax.
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 I don't know. Some people don't. I can't say
Super
nothing.
vulnerable.
No. What
Do you
the
think
hell?
that this table of yappers wants to be shut up even during sex?
I mean,
I don't.
And that's it for Quickfire. Does anybody have any final sentiments or takeaways? Or well, you know what? Fuck it. Do you have any questions for the podcast? For anybody? How's your experience been here? You have any takeaways? Any questions?
I'm having a really fun time.
Awesome,
This has been a
awesome.
very interesting experience for me.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
hope you're
up?
having fun too.
Yeah.
It's been informative.
No,
Learned
it's
a
been
lot.
an interesting conversation. I heard some things I wasn't expecting, some things I haven't heard before.
Yeah.
So that's always refreshing, you know?
Yeah.
How about you? Learn anything new?
Some.
Maybe one day.
You just reaffirm things. He's already been there.
Okay, wait. Can we do what I do with the classes that I teach?
What do you
Ready?
do?
Go ahead.
What? Tell me one thing you learned today. Well, we're gonna go around and say one thing you learned today.
One thing I learned today. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go through my bed. What did I learn? Shit. All right, start with Cuz.
That's
I
crazy.
heard. You're only as freaky as your imagination.
See, that's why I said start with this nigga.
All right.
Shit. What did I learn today?
Out of there.
Yo, vanilla has many different definitions.
Word.
Okay, that's a subjective
contemplate
thing.
nigga like that.
I learned that
yeah.
buddy means penis today.
You did.
We're all learning.
Did.
Yeah, it's a learning type of
What'd
day.
you learn today?
Well, I learned a lot about my friends here. I learned learned a lot about yourself. What did I learn? I learned that the world of sex is broader than you may think, and don't be afraid to open up your horizons and try new things. Apparently, We're good with that? Everyone's cool?
Yeah.
Any takeaways for the audience, madam?
Shit, yo, be yourself and find somebody that you can be yourself with.
Yeah, that's the best thing. It's like if y'all want to go explore and be freaky, just find somebody who's on your level and go and do it. Cause apparently there's a lot of people out there like you.
Zimmer. Do you have anything upcoming or any projects that you would like to let people know about?
Yeah. If I teach a class at least once a month. So when is this coming out?
Sunday.
Okay, December 10th, I'm teaching Kink 101 at Birdhouse. I'm going to be teaching that again at Come As You Are in January. I'm going to be teaching a bunch of other workshops at Birdhouse in the upcoming months. I'm going to be doing dirty trivia around Valentine's Day. And if you are Jewish, I am running a Purim orgy at the end of February. DM me for details.
Just
There
like
you
that,
have it.
like the Jews go popping like that. Like I didn't even know they get down like that. I didn't know. Like, all right.
Gotta cause a dreidel. Anyway.
That's a different holiday.
Anyways,
yeah.
with that being said, let the people know where they can find you at.
For sex ed and slutty photos, you can find me at Wife Bay Ray. For non-monogamous coaching tips and advice, you can find me at Share with Ray, all on Instagram.
Dope. There you have it. It's your boy X, RPMX on everything social.
Castro Nero 88 on Instagram.
Money Mitch 54X Mitch on Instagram.
And we're on Common Sense. We'd like to thank you for coming by, and hopefully this won't be your last time. With that being said, make sure you subscribe on everything we have, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, anything social you find us on podcast content. Make sure you subscribe there and hit that bell at the top for notifications so you get know every time we drop. Yeah, comment, subscribe, support,
subscribe, all
love.
of
We
that.
out of here. Peace. And there's that.
Did we have fun?
I did. Fun was
I had fun.
Enjoyed that.